Sir, we've lost the plane. We can't find the plane. Oh, no. Piper down. Oh, no. Oh, we found the plane, sir. It's in the backyard with the boys. Welcome to the BYB podcast. That stands for the Backyard Boys. And tonight, for your special pleasure, we have a guest appearance from Adam Goldstein. You might know Adam Goldstein from Adam Goldstein TV. Welcome, sir. How are you doing this evening?
What's up, guys? Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Is there anything I left out? You're on YouTube, or where else can people find you?
Yeah, you know what? I'm finally starting to get myself on a schedule. So if you guys want to stick around later on tonight at about 11:30, I'm going to be doing my show, The Gold Stream, which you can find on my YouTube channel, Adam Goldstein TV. And then I'm going to have an after show, which will start at about 12:30, and I have people just Zoom on and just shoot the shit. So, yeah, if you guys want to check that out, definitely look for me there. So, yeah, thanks for having me on, man. Appreciate it.
Hell yeah, brother. How's everybody else doing this evening? The Backyard Boys? Wait a minute. You're not a boy, Lemmy. How'd you get in here?
Nachos.
Bobby P let me in.
God, this guy. You can't trust anything this guy does.
I gotta have my ladies in here. What are you gonna do?
It's like the little
he
rascals.
he can't even unmute his fucking mic properly. Jesus, can you do anything right?
I was taking a piss, actually. All over.
What, right there in your front room?
Well, here's the bathroom right here.
I mean, they haven't trained you how to stop peeing on the floor yet?
No, I've got the pads. I've got a litter box. None of them have seemed to work for some reason. I don't understand. But hey, some people got piss problems. Yeah, I'm sure Granny's pissing the bed right now.
Probably.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, is your bed actually just yellow at this point, Lemmy?
Actually, he doesn't piss the bed. He gets up and pisses in other vicarious places in the house. But what he does do is he'll fall asleep with a beer between his legs and then move and then soak himself in beer. So our bed, his side of the bed is covered in beer.
Nice.
So your bedroom smells like really old, disgusting beer that's been spilled. I know that smell, and that's right up there with like spilt bong water.
Yeah, it's fucking disgusting.
Ugh. Dude, I had a friend who drank the bong water one time because, I don't know, I guess maybe he thought it was going to get him high. And I just stared at him. I looked at him and I go, you know that doesn't do anything, right?
Yeah.
And I wanted to puke.
Yeah. Did he puke?
No, but I think I think it was definitely an instant regret kind of moment. It was gross. I felt for him.
I want to puke smelling it.
You hit it too hard and then you get a little bit of, a little bit up in your mouth. Yeah, no.
Just a little bit, but he drank it, and it was a lot. He chugged it.
Did he do it on a dare, or what the hell? Why would he do that?
Just crazy. He was one of my friends, and he was one of my, and this is in my friend group. For any of you people who know me, he was the crazy one in my friend group. And we were just sitting around, you know, smoking out of the bong, whatever, no big deal. And then he just grabs it at the end. Somebody had just hit it, and he just picks it up on an impulse. Glug, glug, glug. Like it wasn't. I don't expected it to taste good, but I think he thought it had some kind of value. And I was like, dude, no, don't ever do that again.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Fine. It might be decarb.
Well, I mean, it's kind of weird now that we're in 2023 and everyone's eating edibles all the time. You would actually think that like smoking
And
a
vapes.
bong.
Yeah.
You would think, like, well, they have tinctures and they have all these kinds of. Not that we're trying to turn my entire show into like a weed talking show, which we're not, folks. All you potheads out there, you're not important. But
Cheers.
no, really,
You're important to me.
I'm important. Come on.
You get what you deserve, Lemmy. If you cough, that's your own damn fault.
I'll mute myself. I'll mute myself. I promise.
Yeah, that's what I do. But for
But
cigarettes,
yeah, they got those tinctures and all these things you could drink and eat. You would think all these years, people trying bong water would actually get you messed up, especially like really old bong water that's been used for a million different hits.
Well, it's not water soluble.
Yeah,
right?
I was about to say THC only like
Whoa,
binds to fat.
like I said, this ain't a fucking science experiment. I didn't say we were going to get into all the ins and outs of fucking marijuana usage, you fucking pothead. I just said, simply enough, bong water should get you fucking high. Wouldn't you agree?
No, scientifically speaking.
I don't know. I wouldn't want to fucking drink it.
I'm not. That just sounds nasty. I don't think you could really curb that taste. I don't with anything.
See, the potheads in the 1960s, they weren't sitting around saying like, "Oh, this is my sour diesel a strain that I mixed with and then the hydro and the lights were on this long and blah blah blah." Like you guys turned it into a religion nowadays. Like when our parents were getting high, they were like, "Yeah, I found this stupid weed plant out in the woods and I like stole it and I got high off of it." And now everybody's like, "Oh, I grew it with this soil with back guano, and if you don't do this, you're not going to get good weed."
You know, science progresses.
Yeah, back then, the Mexican brickweed was enough.
Trust the science. Yeah,
when I was in high school, you had to sit down with a brick, a hammer, and a chisel, and go through this entire huge brick of weed, getting rid of all the seeds and stems. And it took longer to do that than to build a house.
Oh yeah.
Not to mention, you had to make your own bongs too. That was kind of half the journey.
Oh yeah, that's the fun part.
What happened to Lemmy and Bobby? I can't hear their audio. I can still hear you. You can hear me. I can't hear the two of them though.
Hey,
Can you hear me?
no,
Hello?
You hear me? Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you, man.
Oh,
Can you hear
okay.
me?
I couldn't hear Bobby, and I still can't hear Bobby and Lemmy, but I can hear Derek.
Huh? That's very good. You having all kinds of problems.
But you
Can
can
y'all
hear
hear
them,
me?
okay?
Yeah. No, I
Shit.
definitely hear everybody.
You want me to just dip out and come back in? You want me to just do that?
Yeah,
If there's a
that's
problem,
fine,
I'll
man.
do that real quick.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it, man.
that weed is the devil's lettuce. Don't smoke it, Lemmy. What are you doing? You savage.
What do you say? What do you say as she's smoking weed? I don't know. What do you say as you're getting high?
There are no
Bobby.
guns in that bullet.
That's right.
Oops.
There are none.
No guns in that bullet right there.
Yeah, let's check in with the chat. We got the balls deep in the house. Chris, sup balls. Tiffany Washington, hey BYB. Zarzar. Yeah, welcome Zarzar. I hope I'm saying that right every time I say it. I don't assume I am, but feels like it's correct. If you wanted to be the leader of Russia, you would have to be a Zarzar too.
That's
and
right.
that ain't Zarzar Binks from the Star Wars either. How's the
character
audio? Can you hear these people talking? Oh, wait, they're not talking because I'm not allowing it. I'm just talking over them. Go ahead. You guys say something to our guest.
I have unpopular opinions about Jar Jar Binks. I like Jar Jar.
I can hear you guys.
Oh.
You like Jar Jar? Yeah, me too. Yeah, because he drives everybody fucking nuts.
Oh, quick question. Just real quick question. How do you feel about Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull?
Oh, I never saw it.
All right. Just curious. Just curious.
Yeah.
Did you saw it? You saw it? Is that what you just said? You
I
never
saw
it?
I
That's
saw
a New
the
England accent.
what was I gonna say? I saw yeah, you got me. What gave me away? What did I see that I kind of liked? The Ninja Turtles remake was kind of cool because it was they used a really weird art style, but they made April O'Neil into like she was like a black Meg Griffin from Family Guy. So they kind of messed with it, and they made all the turtles. They were kind of like black, and Donatello, who's normally like the nerdy turtle, they made him into like one of those like black gay guys with glasses, where he was totally cool. He was a cool character, but it was different. Like he was like a castrati. You know what I mean? He was like I'm trying to think. You know what I mean? He was just very like ooh, like he was like a fat, like a femmy black dude.
Ew.
But it was like I feel like that wasn't his character. You know?
I kind of want to
nice,
take
dude.
Donatello off my wall now.
I mean, he was always kind of they took him from being a dork and they made him like one of those, you know what I mean? One of those like soft like gay black guys, but they have like glasses.
I know tons of nerdy black. I don't know tons, but I know nerdy black dudes that are not gay.
What's up,
They
Bernie and
just
Zach?
really like anime and wear
Well,
glasses.
it was nothing against them. I just thought they changed the character a little bit.
They
But
didn't have
other
to
than
make
that,
him femme.
Yeah.
I feel that.
it was a good movie though. I actually thought it was really well made. The Super Mario Brothers movie was good though. That I really enjoyed.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. You didn't like it?
I've not seen it, and I've heard from I wanted to hear from
That's
a few
Chris
people that it was
Pratt,
actually
right?
worth it.
Chris
What's
Pratt's
that?
the main guy in it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jack Black's in it. He plays Bowser.
That's Jack Black. I thought that was what's his face? The other Jewish fat guy. Fuck, what's his name? Seth Rogen.
Harvey
I thought it was Seth
Weinstein.
Rogen. No, right? I thought it was Seth Rogen.
No, it was Jack Black.
Really? Oh, okay.
Joe Rogan.
Yeah, I definitely like him more. I would rather Jack Black than Seth Rogen for sure.
Hey, can I send a certain superhero a link?
No.
Go ahead and throw the name of this said. Oh yeah. That's fine. Yes, sir. So speaking of Jewish people, you call your channel Adam Goldstein, and you have the Star of David. So I assume you run everything on YouTube. Is that kind of the deal? You're those people that run everything.
I feel like whatever you want to say about me, at least I admit it. At least I admit that I'm a Jew. I don't try to pretend. You know what I mean? I'm not one of these Hollywood guys where they try to hide it. And I just figured. I mean, I'm about half Jewish, so honestly, I just figured, what the hell? I might as well. People are going to find out anyways. They're going to dox me anyways. I might as well just put yourself out there, because if you don't, eventually somebody's going to dox you, and then it's like, then they get the satisfaction. Ooh, what do you have to hide? And I'm like, from day one, I'm like, you know what? And I'm also a little bit of an egomaniac. So I figure if I name the channel after myself, at least I know I'll get the credit. Nobody else will try to take the credit from me, you know?
Unless they make an alt account with your name and picture.
So
damn it, don't give him any ideas.
The pressing questions are, what is your address?
And social security number.
Yeah, right? Oh, man. I know.
No,
I should probably not give you that information.
No,
I don't know. I should be careful.
I don't
Put
want
it in the
I
chat.
don't want to know.
Yeah, well, I've been
No,
doxxed before. Stuttering John actually sent some really creepy messages my way a couple years ago when I started talking about him.
On what platform? On your phone or like on DMs or what?
He DMCA struck me, so I had to give him my information. So I gave him a Google Voice account, and I ended up getting a bunch of messages from him. So it was, I've definitely understand, like, even for people who think like, nobody knows who I am. You know, I do some channel on YouTube. I got 1,000 subscribers. Nobody gives a fuck about me. You'd be surprised, even at this level, like how many people will try to dig into your life.
Oh yeah.
And, I definitely got some experiences with that. So it's definitely weird.
What did he take issue with? What did you do to him? What did you do to him? He's an innocent, nice little guy.
Is my audio fucked again?
No, Quads is.
Oh, okay. All right. Because it sounded weird. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't me. So I ended up actually talking about, there was this lady. Do you know who Heather W. is? You ever heard about her? So this is going back a few years in WATP lore. I've been following that show for a few years. And there was this lady who was a Stuttering John. What's up, dude? She was a Stuttering John pay pig. And she ended up having a falling out with him. So she went on Carl's show. She went on WATP to talk about it. And John went absolutely nuts. So he went completely nuts and started threatening this woman and said, like, don't go on these shows, don't talk about me. He said he had pictures of her, recordings of her. It was very weird, very dark. And so Carl had talked about this on WATP. So I ended up reaching out to the woman. And after John struck my channel, he tried to get my YouTube taken down because I had done a couple of videos of his. So he was starting to get into the false DMCA strikes. So this lady came on my channel and I did an interview of her. So we talked for an hour. She had screenshots, DMs. I'll send you the link if you're interested, but it was totally crazy. So it just freaked John out. He went totally nuts. And that was kind of how I started doing content about him. But yeah, he's just a really thin-skinned guy. And he resorts to doing some really, really behind the scenes, really weird stuff when he gets confronted, when his back's against the wall.
Dirty shit.
Absolutely.
I don't like.
Yeah, so
I have to say that I came on because I agree with your thoughts about Donatello, how they made him into a double N.
Yeah.
Something nerd.
The blacks.
Yeah, well, I mean, I
that
thought
was
the movie
it.
was
All
good.
right, see you later, Mr. A. Thanks for coming on. Until no,
Take it easy, bitch.
Go. Oh shit!
No. You're welcome to stay the whole show, of course. No, but Snut Joe, like, isn't it kind of weird that like now he's trying to contact like the LGBTQ plus community to like go after Shuli's network and whatnot just because he's been
trying to
saying all
contact
that
them
stuff
for
about his
different
daughter
reasons.
or whatever.
Really? Tell me about this because I haven't been following the. I've been a little bit out of the loop, so he's seriously doing this?
Yeah, like on Twitter, he's been trying to get a hold of like the YouTube team. And then, like, he contacted like the community that I just named, the many letters community,
The blacks.
and he's been trying to get them to go after YouTube to get Shuli like knocked off the YouTube because he said some transphobic things, or made
Because
fun of his daughter,
things we say.
that kind of shit.
He also did the
Making fun of
stuttering.
his daughter,
That's
who's
stupid.
trans. Well,
He
I mean,
also-
it seems like the going rate at this point, right? Like everybody's trying to do that to everyone else's channel except for the cool people like us.
Yeah. He also contacted the National Stutterers or the Stuttering Association, and they
No,
clapped
a
back,
disability.
dude.
Is that a joke?
Right? Yeah.
That's
No.
a joke, right?
No. Like
Is Big A a member?
Exactly. Yeah, the disability thing because he's got a stutter.
only a member.
That seems insane.
You notice how everything that happens now, it sounds like the setup to a joke. It's like two Jews walk into a bar. Everything that John does, he
They
really
own
is.
it.
It's just like
Do they own it?
complete clown life. I just can't believe
Yeah, I don't
that.
know.
Wow.
Everybody's so
Pathetic.
thin-skinned now that's the problem. I mean, everybody's just become totally Nancified.
My asshole is thin-skinned.
Oh, it certainly is.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Uh-oh.
Quit.
I can attest.
Go to the bathhouses, and that AIDS might cure up. You might be able to knock it.
No, I'm
They
not
got
Magic
drugs for that
Johnson.
shit nowadays.
My Johnson's not magic.
Oh. Does it
Yeah,
have
okay,
AIDS,
so when
bro?
I was a kid, Magic Johnson got AIDS and he came on TV. I remember the press conference when he announced to the world at
heavens.
and,
Clipping,
it's
dude.
crazy to think that was like 30 years ago, and he looks the exact same as he did then, day that he said that. It's so
Oh, he
weird
didn't
that
die?
we thought like AIDS was a death sentence back then, but apparently not. You
He's
can live
still-
forever
he's
with
okay?
just like a normal
Magic
guy.
Johnson's still alive today?
You just got to
He
prep
looks
for
this-
it, dude.
Same as he did 30 years ago, even worse.
He's
He
going to be
didn't
like
die in
70 years old now,
2023
right?
Like everyone else? Sorry, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, he probably is like 60s at least. High 60s, probably, right? Yeah, might be.
Damn.
He was at 70s already. It's hard to say. But yeah.
I forgot
it's
who we were
weird to think
talking
that,
about, and I'm the one who brought him up.
Your Magic Johnson?
Oh, yeah! I thought we were talking about
864.
Richard Simmons. How did he
Dennis,
not
where
get
the
AIDS?
hell have you
Huh?
been?
Hmm.
Dennis,
Years.
you there?
Drunk.
Dennis?
What are you drinking? What is that?
I almost said wild turkey because that's what I usually take, but it is this is fighting cock, much cheaper, but
Oh,
still good.
ooh.
I like it.
Cheaper sounds good.
Why don't you
It's
get some edible
$20.
Boyyyy?
It's less than $20.
Hey,
A little under $20.
can't knock it. If it gets you fucking drunk, it gets you drunk. That's what it is.
And it's 103 proof whiskey.
Oh, that's some good shit.
You ain't gonna find 103 proof whiskey $20 You ain't finding that shit unless
That
you
makes it
find
flammable, right?
biting cock. Yeah, I don't know. Is it? Yeah,
Right.
maybe.
I didn't think 101 proof was that big a deal.
What?
I didn't
It
think
is.
101 proof was that big a deal because
It
goes up to
are you
200.
finding that's you what? What are you finding that's 200 proof?
I'm not finding anything that's 200 proof. I don't even look for alcohol because I don't drink. But I was just curious because I thought 100 proof wasn't that big a deal.
It's the biggest deal.
Look, if you drink moonshine, you can
What
get up
are you
there
finding
200.
I drank Devil's, what is it called? Devil something vodka, and it was almost 200 proof. 200.
You say
Devils.
Dabbles?
Devil's something.
Oh.
What was it? I still have the bottle somewhere. I'll show it to you. Devil Springs vodka for it's like 199 proof.
Does it come in a plastic bottle? Like those?
Yeah, and it has a
Talking
fucking
about is-
goldfish in it.
Is it called Double Springs?
No, yeah, it might.
D-O-U?
Devil Springs.
Devil, not double.
No, not double. Devil, like fucking. I'm the devil.
I thought you
You're
said
not
Dabble.
on
That's where
level.
my family's
The
from
devil.
in Alabama.
Stuttering John vodka.
No,
right.
almost. Yeah, anything above? Okay.
Sean Riggle
I thought it had to
says
be like
he's the
130.
first man to survive AIDS.
He is.
Soup Party says Mr. A enjoys penis jokes too much. It's concerning.
Soup party? Are you talking about me? Superman party?
Dirty Mike and the boys and the Soup Party in the back seat. Yeah, baby. Apparently Stormy thinks Mr. A is drinking piss.
I
Is that
believe it.
true? No.
Yummy.
Why would she think I'm drinking piss? I'm not drinking
Well,
piss.
look,
tonight.
Hey, Bernie
She-
and Zach,
she's-
what's up, dude?
she's like a mother figure.
Not tonight.
Alex Watts says your alcohol is math proof. Love it.
I'm
Well,
math proof.
Sean,
If it's
spelling
100
proof,
proof,
I'm
that
math
means
proof,
it's
I'm
40%
grammar proof.
alcohol.
yeah, math proof. MAFF proof.
Math.
PROOF.
You want me to do some math for you? I won a math contest before.
Shit. I might have to. I'm going to come right back. I'll be right back.
That was my
Anything over 180 is just showing off. That's moonshine included. I just refilled your cup, Mr. A. Stop lying. More piss jokes by
I
Stormy.
drink your cup.
I drink your piss out of your cup.
If you had a cup of piss and I had a really long straw, I drink your piss.
I fill up your cup with piss with my really long cock.
Oh, that's not that.
That was one too many jokes. One too far. Always doing it. Sorry, folks. Sorry.
I'm gonna watch that
Too
movie
far.
tonight.
I wish I could have
I
squeezed
made
one
it
out.
weird, didn't I?
He put
We
a
all made it
handkerchief over his
In that
blind
movie.
son. Says, "I'm gonna come to your house while you are sleeping, and I'm going to cut your throat."
What a great fucking movie, man. I swear to God.
It is. I should watch that again.
It's not.
I was
It's
thinking
not
about watching
that
it tonight.
great. It's okay at
It's
best.
good. It's good.
Hey, let me, you
Go
know,
watch
you
games
kind of
in New York.
you know,
Janine Garofalo.
I was
I don't
just
think
gonna.
I've seen
Holy
it.
shit, that was like internet speed.
Whoa.
Wow.
I've heard it
Janine
once or
Garofalo.
twice.
It's
I
a
would
voice, though.
like
You
to
sound
see-
just like her too. But you remind me of her. Yeah, sorry. It just
cool.
it's so
Fine.
funny. Internet. I was like, hey, you know what? Yeah, Janine Garofalo.
Mhm.
That was funny.
Would
Well, if
anyone
you
like
ask
to
Lemmy
see a
questions, she'll
remake
tell
of-
you the truth about cats and dogs or anything else you want to know.
I saw
You
that
want to hear
movie
some of
in
my
the
bad
theater.
poetry?
Yeah.
I would like to
Yeah,
see
try me.
Janine Garofalo in There Will Be Blood. I would like to see a remake of There Will Be Blood with Janine Garofalo as the main character.
She
Would
gets
that be a
beaten to death
period
at the end?
piece?
Oh,
If it's that, all right, period joke, period joke.
There will be blood, that's for sure.
I
Sorry to
cut
go to
your
the
cock
shed.
off and I
Nobody
drank
got
your
that one.
milkshake. That's how her version would go.
Yeah,
She doesn't
well,
have-
your milkshake does not bring anyone to the yard, Mr. A. Sorry, buddy.
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard and I suck their fucking dick.
We're aware.
I used to prank call somebody. I had this old guy I would call up and I would just start going, my milkshake brings all. I would say it like Uncle Paul. And I would start laughing. My milkshake brings all the boys. And he like tried talking to me like, is this you? Ed, is this you? So I had to go with it. I was like, yeah, it's me. I'm lost on the highway. He thought I was delivering him parts. I was like, yeah, can you tell me which turn I need to go? I killed your daughter. What exit do I need to get off on? I would slip in things and he wouldn't notice. I'd be like, I killed
bet
your
he was
parents. I'll be
flipping
there
things
at
he wouldn't notice.
7. No,
Sounds like you got more than you bargained for on that prank call.
I did. I got a
Yeah.
friend.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. You guys ever listen to
You
Red
got
Bar's
a
prank calls? Some of those are pretty freaking funny.
No, I heard he died though.
No. He's very much alive and he's still fucking
Oh
with everybody.
shit! I'm sorry. That's red. Never mind.
I thought he was gonna die.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
yeah, you're talking about
He's
the other
hotter
dude
now
that
that he's
yeah.
dying. Honestly, I think he's better looking now than he was.
Well, I feel like he's bouncing back. I get the sense that maybe he's got some kind of drugs that are working for him or something now, because he sounds like he's less decrepit than he was. But it was weird the fact that he disappeared for a year. That blew my mind. And remember that first show when he came back? Like, it was just, to me, I was so excited, and I was worried about what was going to happen between him and Sam Tripoli. I was pretty sure that like Sam Tripoli was going to kill him if that disease fucking didn't, you know.
Did y'all ever find out what it was? What happened?
No, I think it's one of those things. It's from what he sounds like. It sounds almost like an autoimmune thing, similar to what you know about Medicare, right? Mr. Medicare is like pretty much. He's a streamer. He was big into the Gamergate thing. He was great though. You should check out his stuff sometime, Mr. Medicare. But he's pretty much dying now, and he has like an autoimmune disease. He also had cancer, and it's been kind of a double tap for him. But yeah, with Red Bar, I think he's got some kind of. It sounds like an autoimmune type of thing, but I don't know. He keeps that shit kind of private.
I have a manual immune problem.
It's like a Chip Chipperson joke. I love it. That was perfect. You're right out there with it too. Shit.
I'm sorry. I always do that.
What do they call the stuff in Britain? Oh, he's allergic to gluten and he has fibromyalgia. So he just like every other 60-year-old fucking suburban mom or grandma, right?
It sounds like one of those things where you keep going to the emergency room and the doctors, they kind of have a sense of what it is, but they can't really do anything about it. You know what I mean? It's not like a cancer where it's like, okay, well, we're going to do this treatment and that treatment.
Yeah.
Or I don't think there's like a real clear roadmap of what to do if you have what he has. It's like, you know what I mean? It's one of those mystery diseases. Well, a lot of people have speculated. A lot of people have said, I think there were some people. I was talking to you guys know Unique.
Asshole.
You guys know Kyle from Unique?
Yeah,
Scion Z?
I'm familiar with him.
He was one of my first interview guests, and I was asking him about it. This was before Red Bar came back, and he was pretty sure that that Red Bar was faking it. So a lot of people that were in the know seemed to, you know what I mean? It's like they just got the sense it's like, this is too ridiculous. Of course, he's gone for a year. Like, that just doesn't sound like Mike David. But.
I saw content of his before he was gone for a year and then after, and then I don't know much about Red Bar, but I've been periodically here and there enjoying a clip or two, you know what I mean? And I do like him, but
he's nuts.
There's no way it was just like a rapid aging thing. There's no way you could fake age looking like you've aged literally 20 years in a year.
Right.
That's what happened to
now.
Snake in Metal Gear Solid. That's what happened to he rapidly aged.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe it can happen then. I don't fucking know.
I'm talking
I'm a
about
doctor.
at the time though, when we hadn't seen him in a year.
Was it
It was like he had
Foxeye?
just been away for a half a year, and a lot of people were just like, "Ah, fuck that. He's fine. He wants to take a vacation." I mean, he's not really an old man. He's like in his 50s. He can't be older than like 53. And yeah, no, he has aged. Very
He's
rapidly,
married.
but
Maybe his wife is feeding him like rat poison or something.
my
Like
gosh.
every
she's
minute.
a
Just a little bit.
soup
you know,
maker.
like,
Yeah,
yeah.
Munchausen
she's one of
syndrome by
those
proxy.
chicks.
Mhm.
Angel of
I mean,
death.
his wife is-
Yeah.
He's lucky though. His wife is seriously hot, Jules. You don't see her on the show, you hear her. But I saw her picture of her the other day, and I was like, Jesus Christ! Like I figured she was hot. I mean, she's a Jew broad. She's Jewish.
Her name
but,
is Jules.
but she is unbelievable. She's smoking hot. Like he really made out good. But I feel kind of bad for her though. Her family must like hate him, you know.
No, funny dudes get the hot chicks, dude, and they can charm the pants off the parents with just making them laugh, dude.
Well, I mean, Mike
you are
You
just
can
can
have
one
the
way.
name
He can be a
Jules
charming guy.
unless you got some big fucking tits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, Mike's a good businessman too, so I guess that probably makes him more.
He's also
valuable.
not bad looking. He's really not. He's
Yeah.
a good looking dude. Would.
Oh,
Yeah,
you always
Ow.
have to make it weird.
Just saying, dude.
Did you see
Keep it
though?
in your pants. Keep it in
I
your
saw
pants.
videos. I saw videos of Red Bar from like 2014, and not just that long ago. A few years ago, he looked really young though. He has aged rapidly because he's not that much older. Like I'm 37. I was born in '86. He's not that much older than me, and he looks
Yeah.
like he could be my grandfather now. You know? Like
He looks like he could have been his own grandfather a year ago.
Yeah, I mean, but if you look at him from like season whatever it was, season 5 of Red Bar, you look at him like before he was on Kumia, he's so baby faced. He had like he didn't have the beard, or it's ridiculous. He's like a child, like he's a kid.
And what we saying about him and Sam Tripoli having issues?
Yeah.
Well, he made fun of Sam Tripoli's retarded twin daughters, and I wasn't aware
and
of
then
this.
showed up to his house too. Yeah, okay,
He tracked him down in Arizona, and a friend of mine actually knows Sam Tripoli, so he gave me the inside scoop on this, and I didn't even realize how bad it really was. I knew that Sam Tripoli was pissed because Red Bar was goofing on him, but he did this song where it was "Tears in Heaven" by Eric Clapton, but he changed the words to make fun of his retarded children, and it was so crazy. It was like it was so mean. It was mean, and it was just crazy. It was funny, like people laughed at it, you know, but it was the kind of thing where after
bad, that song's about Eric Clapton's son falling out a window and dying.
I know all the lore about it. It's pretty fucked up. That's what's different about Red Bar though, and the people like Jesse PS. You guys know Pod Awful, Jesse PS from Pod Awful, where they do this brand where it's not like what WATP does. It's like lampooning people, making fun of people, but also like we want to go a little too close to the edge. We want to see if we can really poke somebody and if we can get them to do shit. So it's not observe and report. You know what I mean? It's the same thing with Red Bar. Did you guys see Ray DeVito on Red Bar? He was trying to get him to do stuff. It was a humiliation ritual.
Him to do tricks.
It's kind of pathetic. He even got the fork.
Yeah, it's evil though. But yes. It was kind of funny. I mean, I like Ray; he's a good guy, but it's like Red Bar is evil.
Well, he even
It's
said,
funny and it's evil.
He did his jokes. He did his funny little cruel jokes, which were funny. But then he followed it up with, "Listen, I would totally have a beer with that guy. He's a fucking cool, sweet guy." You know, it's just.
Oh yeah,
it is what it is. We're here to make jokes. We're not here to make friends.
But it's exactly that's what I'm talking about. Is it's a game to a lot of people, and it's if you're one of these people, you're just getting into it. Like you got to really watch your back. I don't know if you guys followed the Alex Stein fallout with Jesse PS, but Alex and him were friends. You guys know who Alex Stein is. You guys know who Alex Stein is, right? So he's a guy where he's
Alex
another guy.
Stein, 99 pip on a blimp. Yeah,
I like him,
know.
but the problem with Alex Stein is he's a nice guy. Where I like him. I think he's funny. I don't consider what he does trolling. Like he's not a troll, but he's good at doing skits and that kind of meta sort of political kind of thing. But he's too nice of a guy to be a troll. So he became friends with Jesse PS, who is like a ruthless. He does kind of the way Red Bar does it, but he ended up like where he was going to go on his show, and he ended up bailing on him at the last minute. So Jesse PS did like a 3-hour stream exposing Alex Stein and this and that. So it just, you know what I mean? It's just funny how the comedy can quickly turn into this. I don't even know what you'd call it. It's this other paradigm. It's just this other thing where it's like war. It's just people going to war. It's like internet blood sports. If you guys ever followed that Ethan Ralph or that whole other Dick Masterson world of shit, which is like a whole nother world of shit.
I actually can't stand the Ethan Ralphs, and like Perry's fine or whatever, but like I don't like audio garbage. I can't stand to listen to people yell or fight on the street. Like I can't fucking stand that shit.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the yelling, but I mean, like some of the drama, some of the stuff was genuinely interesting back in the day. Like the drama, like the Dick Masterson thing. He's always entertaining to fucking listen to. But he's another one who's always screaming and yelling and turning it up for the camera, and it's a little like wrestling. It's a little kind of like they're putting you on, and that's what always turned me off about the MLC stuff. That's why I tuned out of the Dabbleverse stuff once the MLC stuff started becoming more dominant. And I just you know what I mean? The drama for drama's sake, I was never really into. Some of it's interesting though.
Yeah, so you covered Stuttering John a lot. What was the interest in that? What were you mainly covering?
Well, basically, I was starting to do this show. This was in January 2021, so I was really depressed, and I really just I was working, but I just had a lot of time. I worked from home, so I had a lot of time at home. I had nothing to really. I was really needed something to do with myself. So I was listening to WATP, and I thought it would be cool to do a reaction show, but to YouTube, do like what people do with the video reactions, but to structure it kind of like a comedy show. So I started to do a few topics here or there. And then being a big WATP fan, I decided the John coverage would be so interesting. And he's so visual too, because at that point, he wasn't being covered like on YouTube as much. Like not many YouTube shows existed, but a lot of the, you know what I mean? The faces he would make, the visual stuff, his green screen falling down, that stuff I thought was a lot more interesting. So I started to cover him. And as soon I did like 3 episodes on him, and it was nothing. It was just me like, nice shirt, John, stupid, light WATP style goofing. And when he struck my channel, that's when I was like, well, I'm going to fight back because I really got nothing else. You know, I got nothing else to do. So I reached out to that Heather lady, then she came on for the interview, and that's when it kind of blew up. That's when I got started kind of building an audience, and it was really cool because I like WATP was my favorite show. I really followed the Stuttering John saga, you know, not even being a Stern fan. I just thought the dribs and drabs, all the weird drama I was hearing about his podcasting career, like the stuff he's done in the last few years was really interesting. I also was an old school Opie, not an old school, I'm sorry. I was an Opie and Anthony fan. So that's kind of what got me into this whole universe is when WATP started covering Opie. But John always, he would always like not fight back, but he would always like try to send me weird messages. He would always do something weird. So every episode I would do about him, I'd get some other weird messages, weird emails. He begged his chat moderators to come over and to leave goofy fucking baby boomer comments on. And I thought it was great. You know what I mean? I always appreciated all that stuff, you know, Stuttering John and his kind of trying to fight back and throwing windmill punches. All it ever did was just get me more subscribers. So, you know, I just kind of leaned into it, I guess. But for a while, I felt like the stuff with John, when he went away, you know, WATP was kind of leaning into the MLC universe kind of stuff. I wasn't as interested in the Chad Zumach kind of bullshit. But I mean, there's still a lot of great. I still love to watch the Uncle Rico show. And when John came back and talked to Carl, I was like, okay, this is interesting. I didn't end up covering it, but I don't know if you guys watched that. But it was just, to me, that was like surreal to finally see John and Carl face to face for the first time.
And Shuli and all of that shit.
So what was your take on that?
MLC was actually like the first one to get him on, right? Technically,
and I got to give Kevin credit for that. Kevin or whoever the hell brokered that meeting between those guys, like that was great. Good on them for that. So I do respect the fact that
the almighty dollar figured that one out because apparently he got paid fairly well for doing that.
Oh, well, that's good. Whatever works.
That's what I heard was like $2,500, but I can't confirm nor deny that. But that's what Kevin said, I think.
It's funny because they've offered him money like that before. I guess Dr. Steve offered him like $2,000, or it was between $500 and $2,000, and John said no. This was a few years ago, so I don't know if maybe John needs the money more, or maybe if he just finally says to himself, "Fuck it, I should just lean into this," you know, and I should just not worry about it so much.
Well, I think he realized, like, he saw that everybody else and their dog was like fuck killing it, making tons of money off of him. and he was making $0 and getting like no credit. So it was like, how the fuck do I broker some way to get like money out of this whole situation? Because he was failing up to that point. I don't think, yeah, it was like a total disaster for him, not getting one penny for doing all that shit, and everyone else and their dog was killing it.
And just the
Even like you
reputation
said,
he
just
got.
having him respond to you gave you like tons of whatever viewers, whatever you got out of it.
Oh yeah, and I appreciate that. You know, I really think that John is his own worst enemy more than anything. He's done the person that he's done the most damage to has been himself, and it's a shame because, you know, I think sometimes I think if John could he could tighten up certain things about his show, he could try to work on some of the issues with his life, and we all got issues. I mean, nobody, even people like us, you know, yelling into microphones for a living or whatever, we're not perfect. We're fuck ups in our own way. We're all damaged or whatever. But if he could just tighten things up a little bit, I actually think it would be more interesting. You know, I thought John was perfectly interesting a few years ago before things kind of rock bottomed for him, and I just I don't know what it's gonna take for him to just mellow out. You know. Because he's always been like that.
He's not going to. If he's always been like that, he's not going to. What I came into this whole Dabbleverse when he was gone. I was pulled in by the Dabbleverse itself and not stuttering. I had no fucking idea who that guy was until I saw pictures of him, and I was like, okay, he looks like a dude that I watch stream who coincidentally has a run-in with Stuttering John for some reason. I don't know what's going on there, but he looks like him. But the universe around him is I'm on record saying this, and I'll say it again. The universe that created itself around him is far more interesting than he ever is. I don't find any of his content like the most bit like palatable. He just like makes my skin kind of want to crawl off my body.
Yeah. Believe me, I've had to watch him back. Because I've covered him. So when you have to cover him and you're just watching John with no commentary around it, yeah, it's a little creepy. It's like if I was going to visit him, and I would want to have a friend as a buffer, and that's why it's nice to watch him with commentary, because it's like you have a buffer. But yeah, just listening to the sound of his voice is definitely creepy.
Yeah.
What are you, Steel Toe? You came from the Steel Toe world, right? Nice. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, bro. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. No, we can talk about whatever on the show, man. Yeah. No, I was just gonna say. Yeah, it's weird now, like having him talk about like taking down people's channels. Yeah, how thin-skinned he is, like trying to get Shuli's channel taken down, or anyone else that talks bad about him. Considering the fact that he used to be on Howard Stern's show, and he would say all the craziest, most offensive things in the world. But now he wants to like come after people for doing the same kind of shit. It's insane to me. That's the kind of scumbag I think he's at, that kind of level.
Yeah. Yeah, believe me, man. I've definitely. Go ahead.
Yeah, go for it, man.
No, I was gonna say I've been through it with him personally, firsthand. It's funny because it's one thing to really hear about it when you hear about it on all these different shows, and it was like I had heard about it on WATP, and I just figured at some point he would just cool it with the fucking with people and the harassment, because it's all been so documented. You know what I mean? It's like you're trying to fuck with people who. Their whole MO is they have YouTube channels. They're going to document all of this stuff. Mm-hmm. So it seems pointless to me. It's like he should have leaned into this a long time ago. Now it almost seems like he's got one foot into the door to leaning into it. He's talking to Carl. Now he's doing that Hypocrisy Police show about him. And did you see, I posted, he didn't even get the title right. He called it Hypocrisy Policy.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Instead of the Hypocrisy Police.
Yeah, he just was a little too excited. He's a little too excited to fire off his clapbacks at people. But I'm looking forward to getting back into his content and watching him, because it's he's absolutely fucking fascinating.
Yeah, I just heard a story about him getting rolled by a hooker the other day. That's kind of a new one on me. Did you catch that one?
No, what happened?
No, he was on, I think it was on Shuli's network. You actually said that. Who the hell was that? Yeah, just fairly much got ripped off by a hooker in a hotel room somewhere because he fell asleep, drunk, whatever. passed out,
Wow.
got rolled. He was talking about being in Las Vegas, and that's where he got rolled by a hooker, which is hilarious.
Yeah, man.
I'm sure he's got tons of stories like that.
Those girls out there, dude, those Vegas chicks, they will take the fillings out of your teeth. They will take your gold watch. I remember going to the strip clubs out there, dude, and those girls are very aggressive. So it's great. I mean, they're wild, but it's like you got to definitely watch your back. I used to live out there, and it's crackheads and it's grifters and drifters, and it's yeah, that's kind of a funny story though. Nice drop, but yeah, it was pretty crispy out there.
Crispy, like Patrick Melton got a sunburn recently. He's been sick for like a week because he got sunburned so bad out there. Anthony Cumia, he was just out he did a West Fest.
Yeah.
And he did an event with everybody out there, and he was talking about how bad Las Vegas sucks now, pretty much. And did you hear about like the someone hacked the computers for MGM Grand?
I did hear about that.
Has like shut down all of the casinos. They've been offline for like days.
Dude, that sucks.
Billions and ransomware attack, you know,
Kind of
like
hilarious. That's awesome.
Yeah, well, they took over all their video lottery machines and everything. So like people can't even go up to the cashier and get money out with their cards because the card machines aren't working. Nothing's working. Like
Dude,
they shut
sucks.
that shit down. I'm sure it was probably some Russian fuckers or something like that.
If I was there playing video poker, man, I would have been fucking pissed. I love gambling. I love casinos.
I've never gambled in my life.
Oh, it's fun. You should do it.
I'd rather.
Yeah,
I want to go to
should
Gordon
take-
Ramsay's restaurant. That's what I want to do if I would ever go to Vegas.
Gordon
Yeah.
Ramsay, yeah, Hell's Kitchen.
Hmm.
You never even never wanted to play slot machine, just put $10 in a slot machine or anything like that? No.
No.
Yeah, it is pretty much video games for adults. I mean, it is just like an endorphin thing, like TikTok. Every
Yeah,
time
well,
you hit the button to try to gamble, it's like, it's that thing in your brain.
Well, I'm a
Yeah.
poker player too, but you can play cheap tournaments. Like that's one thing I like to do is to just play cheap buy-in poker tournaments. You know, every now and then you'll hit and you'll do pretty well. I had a pretty sick run of cards a few weeks ago playing a poker tournament.
All right. Well, we can't go down your list of good hands you got in a row, but
Yeah.
no, I like poker too, man. Well,
Nice.
like Texas Hold'em, Omaha, shit like that. I used to play a lot of tournaments. I don't really play any poker anymore, but
Oh yeah, now I know how
I
it is.
do
It's
like
totally
it.
different
It's
now.
fun.
They rake the shit out of it now. A lot of places, it's just the rake is so fucking high you can't beat the games.
Yeah, in Oregon, yeah, I live out in Oregon, and the house doesn't actually make money off the tables. At the poker places, that's kind of the rule, is like they can make money off of the food, drink, all that shit, but they can't make money off the tables. So you pretty much just like, even if they have a dealer at the table, it's just an all-time dealer, and they're just doing it for the hell of it. They can't
Oh shit.
get paid
Okay.
to do it. So it's actually kind of nice, honestly. So everyone just pretty much takes a turn dealing at the table.
Yeah, I've done that
Sorry.
before. I've played players deal games.
Yeah.
Had to go make a run.
Oh, nice.
Okay. That's very good, Bobby. I'm glad you got your marijuana so you can get high.
Welcome
Yeah,
That's
back.
very special. Thank you for announcing that. Everyone
Is it good
needed to
shit?
know that.
What's that? Oh, is it? I don't
Is it
know.
indica or sativa?
That's a good question.
Oh, we're back to this. Oh,
Sound like a dispensary person who's never smoked weed before. Well, then there's indica and then there's sativa, and I'm like, okay, you don't have to explain to me.
What is the
just don't
terpene
make it your
profile?
religion, for God's
I'm in
sakes.
South Mississippi. It's extremely illegal here.
Oh,
So,
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in Georgia, but I got the Delta 8, whatever that loophole shit is. And it's
Yeah,
no, it's
totally
good.
Delta 8 too. Me too,
It gets
bro.
me so
totally
fucked up. Yeah, the
Totally
THCA
Delta
is
8.
good.
legal
What's-
as fuck.
Little Emmy, what
You
state
don't
are
sound
you
like
in?
you're in the South.
Florida.
Oh, okay, Florida. What, me?
Yeah, you.
I'm from
Of course,
Boston
Bobby P
originally.
sounds like.
Yeah, I'm not
Oh,
from
okay.
down here. Yeah.
I was gonna
I'm
say,
living in Savannah.
you're a wicked pisser. Ah.
Yeah. Yeah, I get a little bit of the Boston accent. My family, I kind of come from like Dorchester, Quincy people. So Yeah, sometimes I sound like I went to fucking high school with Mark Wahlberg, fucking
Mhm.
West Side of Boston kid, went to the School of Hard Knocks.
My mother was born
Fucking-
Ware,
Fuck yeah.
Where?
Ware, Massachusetts. That's where my mom
Oh.
was born. She grew up in South
said
Boston, in, like the
Dorchester.
ghetto.
Oh,
Is
cool.
that what you said?
Quadfather, where are you from? Where are all you guys from? So
I'm
Mississippi.
Oregon.
Oh, that's right. You told me. Yeah.
Always been Oregon.
So you know all about crackheads if you live out in Oregon, right? You know Portland.
Well, I mean, I'm far from the shitty places. I'll just say that.
Cool. So you're like the red part. You're in like the rural.
Deep red, yeah, baby.
Do they really
He's a
want to
southerner.
become part of Idaho? Is that really?
Oh yeah. Oh,
Really?
I'm huge on that, dude. That's like my
That's
dream
awesome.
to become. It's called Greater Idaho. So like we just want to like take all of the east side of Oregon and just melt it into Idaho. We love Idaho. All their
Awesome.
politics are fucking awesome, dude. Always have been.
They do not like people from California moving there, do they?
Nobody likes people from California anywhere. What are you talking about?
Yes.
It doesn't matter
No,
what,
they're
where you're at.
especially mad. They're
They're
like
the
people
worst.
from Hawaii.
Northern
You know what I
California
mean, though? They
is
just-
a little bit
yeah.
different.
Yeah,
It
it seems
is
like the
a little
eastern
bit.
part of California is pretty base. It's just the coast and the cities and stuff.
and
Yeah.
the southern, the SoCal, yeah,
The blacks.
yeah, that, yeah. They're just
Well, now
laying
it's
all on
that.
the streets.
It's there's more Mexicans down there than anything, really. It's a lot.
Nacho,
High
nachos.
percentage of
No, it's very true.
Hispanics. I guess they're not all Mexicans anymore. Used to just say Mexicans because that's the only place they came from, but now they come from Central America, South America. They're from all over the place. They're from everywhere now.
A lot of
Other people
Venezuelans
cross
too.
over. Yeah.
Now, yeah.
Yeah.
Reasonable.
But they
Yeah,
were
my
pretty
dad-
cool.
I've been to
Socialism doesn't work.
Venezuela.
Really?
Back when I was 17, yeah, my dad bought. He built a resort very cheaply on a beach in Venezuela. So when he was trying to procure the real estate and whatnot to do it, this is 1995, I'm guessing.
Shit.
Yeah. So we went down there, and back then it was a dangerous, scary fucking shithole. And that's long before shit fell apart. Now it's been the last 10, 15 years. It's like you don't go to Venezuela, dude. It's not. But
People
we
there, they're like
landed
eating-
in Caracas.
They're like
Uh,
eating out of
capital.
dumpsters, and the currency is so devalued that people they can't. You need to have like what looks like $1 million to just buy a loaf of bread. Like
Yeah,
just
garbage.
inflation. It's
That's
hyperinflation.
fact.
Yeah.
Yeah, their
Facts.
money wasn't
Facts.
worth shit in the 90s when they were doing good and had like all the oil money, and they were actually considering what they were like. They were killing it comparatively. But
Yeah.
yeah, now it's dangerous there. Yeah, it's a shithole.
Well,
No, that's
I
what socialism will get you.
mean, that's right.
Right.
Thank you, sir. There you
Right.
go.
So I'm guessing you're a conservative.
I don't know if I'd even
Just
call myself
from
a
the-
conservative. I'm kind of an independent, but it's so funny because I
Libertarian.
was always liberal. I voted for Obama. I voted for Hillary. And it wasn't until they started fucking with Kavanaugh that I was just around that time when the propaganda really started railing up and all the weird shit against Trump. I just kind of had enough. I wasn't a Trump fan. And then I ended up voting for him in 2020. But honestly, I'm kind of more of an independent than anything. But I guess maybe I'm just one of those people. I turned 30 and I grew up, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eric, we got a green one. Right. Yeah.
What's
Same,
the old
dude.
saying? I think that's Winston Churchill, right? If you're not a liberal when you're under 30, then you don't have a heart. If you're a liberal past 30, then you don't have a brain.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I
the
didn't
old
leave the
saying.
Democratic Party. The Democratic Party left me, you know?
Yeah.
Right,
Of
right.
course.
Yeah, so you do politics on your show a little bit?
I guess you could say I dabble in it a little bit. It does come up from time to time. I feel like we live in a world where you can't really get away from it. And there was a
Feels
time,
like that a lot.
yeah, there was a time where I really did not want to follow politics at all. It was really eating away at me. Like when the pandemic first started, and you would literally, I remember just waiting for the good news, waiting for them to say that it was over after 2 weeks or whatever. And I remember just spending every day just scrolling ravenously through my my social media feeds and just getting stressed out. So it got to the point where I kind of was like, I can't do this anymore. I can't be fucking watching and listening to CNN. Like my mom well, every time I go to visit my mom, she'd be listening to it in the background. I'd be like, how can you listen to this shit? And it was everywhere. And it was everywhere you went. It was coronavirus. So I really wanted to get away from it. And that's one of the reasons I like the Stuttering John, the WATP thing, is that was the one show where you could just turn it on and there was no coronavirus talk. It was no COVID. It was just comedy. You know what I mean? No bullshit, just laughing, having fun, kind of like listening to old Stern clips or old O&A clips. So that's kind of what I want it to be. But I realize that like the politics stuff, it can be interesting. It can be funny, but I feel like I only really want to talk about it. If I can make a long story short, it's that I really only want to be able to talk about it if I can make it funny, you know, make it interesting.
Yes,
Chris is nailing you. You sound like Dave Rubin, Adam.
Dave Rubin.
Who's
I
Dave
didn't
Rubin?
leave
Is
the
he
left,
that?
left me. Says all the D-bags are
another you.
shots fired. No, that's
Okay, so I guess somebody's liberal in the chat, right?
No,
I
I
don't
think
think so.
I think he's just saying like, you know, a lot of people do say that. I've heard that like a million times. I didn't leave the left, but it's true though. I mean, the goalposts have moved. I mean, it's obvious.
Yeah, but I also
'cause
understand that a lot of
to like classically liberal, like people should start saying that. I was classically liberal, but whatever this is now is not that. So fucking
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
the thing is with the politics stuff, it's like you're either preaching to one choir or another. But at the end of the
Right.
day, I know that there's a lot of people who just would probably rather not hear about that stuff too.
No,
So
I
that
agree
makes sense.
for the most part. Like as far
Yeah.
as like being on podcasts and shit, I get that, man. It gets old because you can go watch Fox News or MSNBC. You can go pick your fucking poison and go with that because there's plenty of it out there. So you don't.
But
have
it
to
does
hear
seep
on my
into the
show, but
culture. It definitely
Well,
does
well,
seep into the culture.
that's the part I like to cover is the culture part. Like if there's
Yeah.
weird shit going on, then like I'll cover drag queen story hour because it's interesting because Alex Stein's out there fucking with people out in front of some bar like teasing them and
Yeah.
then it's hilarious.
It's
And that's
fodder.
guaranteed to be
That's
meme
funny.
fodder.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
That's what's fun is
But
that
you do
kind of
have to
shit.
take a
Like
break
Alex Stein out there just trolling the fuck out of people.
Right. From
Big
politics,
juicy
you do have to-
Latina booty like that shit. That was the funniest thing ever.
That was great.
Big
He's
juicy
fearless.
booty.
He's fearless, dude. I admire that about Alex. I used to think he was an annoying fucking just get him out of my feed, man. But now I'm like, oh, what is that cheeky bastard up to? What is he doing?
Oh, all right.
Yeah, not only does like I don't understand how he has the guts to go up to people and do that. Like it's hard to like say stuff and like he doesn't have anything planned in his head. Sometimes he does, but you can tell like he's just riffing off the cuff and he's just like spouting like hilarious lines, line after line. It's interesting to see someone that's that brave and can say like cohesive stuff that is actually relative and funny to the situation he's in. Like I don't know,
The
it
AOC
blows me
thing
away.
was my favorite. The AOC was the best.
That was great.
That was my favorite.
Yeah, for sure. You had to go to the Capitol like that after January 6th shit happened. He's still brave enough to show up there and like not worried about getting arrested or whatever. That's what I would be most worried about would be getting arrested
I
because
had a
they're not like
friend-
fucking around, dude.
I had a friend of mine who was trying to get me to go to January 6th, and I was like, dude, let's just stay away. I don't think anything good can happen. And he was like, yeah, dude, you're pretty smart to like after everything happened. He texted me back. He's like, yeah, dude, I like you definitely good call on not going down there. Fuck no.
Hell
You got
yeah.
nothing to gain.
I don't
Nothing.
want nothing to do with that. Nope.
Yeah. What do you guys think about Nick Fuentes? He's a real fucking character, huh?
I love that dude. He's funny.
You're a
as hell.
Fuentes fan?
No, I think he's funny as hell. But I don't really watch his show.
I mean,
just
I
watch
think-
little clips.
I think he's kind of cringe, but I do respect the fact that he's built what he's built up. But but him versus Tim Heidecker was one of the funniest things. I don't know if you guys know Tim from Tim and Eric, Tim Heidecker.
Oh, sure, yeah.
He's funny as fuck, but he's just what's up? Hey, what's up, Stevie Lou?
Who's this guy?
You're muted.
Can't hear you, buddy.
What's up, dude?
Thank you guys so much for holding off before we went live till I got here.
Yeah.
I was nervous that I was going to hold you guys up with Adam here and everything, but you know, We're here.
And the show
Thanks.
starts now. Go.
We're doing it. Oh, we were just talking about your favorite buddy, Nick Fuentes, of course. Stevie Lou's a huge fan of Nick Fuentes, listens to every word he says, all 5 hours every day. Make sure you know that. No, I was going to say, like, as far as Nick Fuentes, for sure, man, the free speech aspect of that whole situation is what I respect. Like, if everyone could just say what they want to say like he does on every show, he doesn't give a fuck. He'll say whatever. I
I'm
think
not
that
a fan. They don't got to
should
deplatform him.
Yeah, well, that's the way people should be able to say that or anything they want. That's the part I like about him.
Except for Bobby P. Hold on.
except for-
You realize that the
for
rules
sure, dude.
that you want go for everyone. What? That was nothing racist.
I
You
think he's
can't
got some
just say
base
it's racist
takes.
because it's about you.
I think he is cringe, but he does have some base takes. But I like his takes on women. I'm a
Jesus
more
Christ, you-
traditional type
You
person.
punching the fucking Stay Puft Marshmallow Man
I
there?
just almost
Goddamn.
I knocked. I'm sorry. I got really excited for James Banks shouting out Lou Nation. Thank you, James.
Did you just
coming
get
in
back
hot
from the
there,
gym?
Lou. Violent.
Yeah.
Y'all are sexy.
What's up, man?
Poor
You
Gumby.
wanting to punch people
Or
and stuff,
Pokey.
or what's going on with you?
I just got out of fucking boxing and then jujitsu. I've been taking jujitsu now, man. I'm a fucking rolling machine now. So
I thought you were going to say jail. You
I just got out of jail too. No, that's been a while. But Quad Father lighting it up out there these days. Yeah, last night on Ray DeVito's Rock Bottom podcast. Did you go into that yet?
Someone's
mentioned?
doing well.
Yeah.
I gotta say, congratulations for cleaning up my scraps, I guess.
Oh, suck it, fucking prick. Are you saying I got sloppy sex? Is that what I'm hearing out
I
of you?
mean, if I hate to
fuck?
break down the fourth wall, but I did get a message from Ray around 6 p.m. saying, "Hey, can you come on tonight?" And I gave him a nice no, but there was no way in fucking hell was I going to go on the air with Ray DeVito last night, and things were not going to be World War III. So I fucking told him.
Oh,
no
why?
fucking
Because you
way.
went on with him and Pat Dixon on the MLC show, or you got some issues?
I did not go on that episode. I never made it on air. They were saying they were going to
So
send
what's
me
your
the
big
link on
problem with
Saturday.
Ray? Let's hear
Well,
it.
he was blaming me for basically everything that's going wrong for him right now. Somehow I'm to blame for all his problems.
What did you do to him?
So nothing. That's the thing. I've been nothing but a fucking good friend and a good guy to him. I've accepted his invites to go on his dumb fucking show, and I guess that's what I did to him. Is I fucking try to be a good friend, and he fucking has sold my ass down the river.
You gotta treat him like
officially.
shit, like Kevin Brennan does, and he'll stick around you like a dog at your boots, man. You're not supposed to treat him well.
Well, you know, he got fucking absolutely bullied, steamrolled, and cooked by Pat Dixon on Saturday. That was fucking embarrassing, Ray. That was absolutely embarrassing. You let Dixon, of all people, make you say what he wanted you to say, Ray. I'm talking to you right now, Ray. If you don't realize that you're just now a tool, a pawn in Pat Dixon's psychotic game, then I don't know what to tell you, buddy. I'm really pushing. Actually, if anybody out there can help me out here, find a boxing venue. At this point, we'll do it in the fucking park. And I'm about to fucking just say, let's do it in the park. But if you can find us
That's
a
my
boxing-
vote. That's been my vote since the beginning. Is
We'll
just
do a
keep it out
burner.
back,
We're gonna do a
dude.
burner fight. Exactly, a burner fight in the park. If you can find me a boxing venue. Secondly, if you can get in touch with Keith and the girl, we need to get someone in contact with Keith and the girl, because I do believe there is another side to this story that was told on Saturday by Pat Dixon. You know, and you can't let a psychopath.
Can you
himself-
paraphrase? Can you paraphrase the story for our listeners?
No, at this point, I don't want to really go back in time anymore. I'm kind of moving forward with Pat, but I do know that Keith and the girl would not like hearing what he had to represent of himself on Saturday about them. So I'm a little fired up. I get it. I'm fucking
You got that testosterone running through your veins right now, dude.
supposed to be out of me.
Easy.
Yeah,
No,
it's
we
supposed to be
see
out
it.
of me.
It's like
Yeah,
I think the residuals.
Yeah,
Tone
yeah,
it
the
down.
leftover anger. Yeah, it's going to take a minute for it to burn off.
I
for
like
sure.
it, dude.
Yeah,
I
but
like
just in case Ray is listening, I will fill in for Stevie Lou. Obviously I'm way better than him on your show, as was performed last night. It's so obvious, it's cut and clear that Sean Riggle says Quadfather job on the accusing him of groping. He definitely didn't like that, and it was hilarious.
Dude, you were great. Don't let me take anything away from you now, even though it sounded like that's all I tried to do there. You were phenomenal, and you could have pressed him a little bit more when he started to fucking come at me for no reason, I think, but that's what I want. You got to do what you're doing.
Yeah. No, I get it.
You're on there.
If Gino was watching last night, he probably would have been like, "Hey, why aren't you screaming at him right now?" So yes, I can imagine all.
I wouldn't go that far, but but great job,
Gino
buddy.
would.
But yeah, last night on Weird Stuff, we were stream slaving that, and yeah, two more victims of Ray's came forward, and it's Stormy and Scott Fitzpatrick. So
wow,
Don't go after them.
they were
That's
touched
not
by
family.
Ray. They were also touched by Ray.
So are
What
we
do you
saying
mean, like touch their hearts, like their souls?
No, he touched their shoulders.
It's so funny.
Oh,
horrible.
what a pervert!
should we start calling him Racial Brand?
Ah.
That was bad. That was
it. That was so bad.
It's funny. Someone in my gym
Racial
was
brand?
asking me.
That sounds
I
like
really
a
hope-
brand of like cereal or something.
I told this guy at the gym about the podcast today. I really hope he's not watching and saw that right now, because I'm gonna get fucking my ass kicked.
Well, you are at the gym. You got to train.
But yeah,
Don't
Quad, great job. Like you always say, keep plugging away. Let's not say anything at all, but
butt plug.
And I got a message this afternoon, and I think you got a similar one, and I think we should. I don't think you probably said anything about it. I hope you didn't, but some good things are in the works right now.
But I gave the thumbs up.
I know.
did give a thumbs
I know.
up for tomorrow.
Let's
so
let's
if
drop
you want it,
exactly.
it's on.
It was
This
already
been debuted.
it was already offered, and I said fuck yeah. So I was all behind
Done deal.
you. Yeah. So very proud of you, buddy. Hopefully that all works out. Let's keep it shut for now. And it's great. It's great because
Already
you see
been put public.
the people that are shit talking us, that have been shit talking us, have literally been laid to waste. They literally have nothing right now, while we are ascending to new heights every fucking week. So, like, if you folks out there, just do good and be good and plug away in life, and good things happen to you. If you want to be a scumbag, you want to do things wrong, you want to fucking try to terrorize people because your life sucks, then you're going to be a fucking no one for the rest of your life. So I hope you're listening.
I'm so fucking motivated
You're
right
talking
now,
to
Stevie.
Stuttering John, right?
Positivity.
I know,
stuff,
dude. He's
yeah.
exuding it. That dopamine is just.
That momentum.
We almost
Brings
need like
momentum.
a club, like eats. Yeah,
Boots
get
and
into
cats
it.
and boots and cats and boots.
My favorite
and
weed is cocaine.
Hi.
Speedweed. All right.
Yeah.
I'll back it off.
Okay. I just got
No,
that
you're cool,
adrenaline
man.
dump.
Great,
Oh,
dude.
now I need to recover for a minute. Whew. Wow, that was a lot, man. That was a lot. Yeah, actually, we have some footage. I don't know how many people out there have seen this already, but this is Ray touching people
This is fantastic. Look at all the
appropriately.
people. Can I ask you
It's
a question?
recorded. It's
Fantastic.
well known.
I'm
It's
Al Herman,
documented,
the
just
world's
like
greatest
Russell Brand.
ventriloquist.
Here we have some
I just
video.
wanted to ask you, who are you wearing tonight?
Let's get lit.
Fantastic. Who are you most excited to see tonight?
Vinny.
Finny. That's one for Finny Paulino. See you
Now
have
here comes
one
a.
fan, Finny.
And
How can he breathe in that
oh,
fucking
no,
thing?
what are you doing,
Oh,
Ray?
Jesus.
Another good
Leon
one.
just inserted himself.
You got to go back. Hold on.
Just
Can you pause? Like, can you go back? Like, not even.
See you
Watch.
have
Pause real quick.
one fan.
Watch how she looks. Pause it real quick. She looks down at his hand. Watch how she looks. But she signals by looking down at his hand here. 'cause he's like gripping her. Watch her eyes drop.
Yeah.
Come up here.
What a fool. What
Yeah,
the
there
you
hell
go.
are you doing, man? Like, you don't.
You think he's macking her, or is
Right
he
here,
just like
yeah.
a touchy-feely guy?
No,
Look at
I
her
don't
eyes.
think she knows him.
Oh, yeah.
She doesn't know your
This
name.
is like those dice videos where he's like, "Did you want a picture with me?" Yeah.
Oh, you're the one that wanted
Yeah.
the picture.
Yeah.
You're the one you wanted. You saw me. You were over there. You wanted the picture. You're the
Yeah,
one.
you're the one that wanted the picture.
Oh, good.
Well, you know,
shit.
it's a thing. You know, Ray is a shoulder molester. What do you do?
Hey.
True.
Yeah, we're gonna need a bunch of dolls so all these different people could show everyone where they were touched. That's what the dolls are for, folks.
Is he going to have to go on a special list now, or like a shoulder molester?
Like for
The
this,
black one.
yeah, like touched her here in this general vicinity. Right. Yeah, we'll make maybe people in Detroit should be making police reports. It sounds like unwanted advances. I don't know. We're teasing, but raise your hands to yourself that lesson in school. Didn't you listen to your grade school teachers? I have a feeling you remember how he's always telling the story about his mom had to beat his ass all the time. Now we understand why. Like, get your hands off that kid. Get your God dang it, Ray. Damn you, Ray. Quit touching those kids. They don't want it.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of touchy-feely people. I don't like people who just put their hands on you.
Mm-mm.
I know some people are like that. They don't mean anything by it, but yeah, I'm not a fan.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, get good. I got a bubble.
Yeah, definitely don't touch me.
Yeah, I don't like that shit. It bothers me.
Absolutely don't grip my shoulder like I'm the last human being on earth and you just found a woman.
Yeah,
Don't do
Granny.
that.
Yeah, well, it's like a power move. It's like a personality type move that like psychos do. And Ray's not that A-type personality. So that's
Right.
why it's even double shocking. You know, whenever you get like if you ever know somebody who's wealthy, they do that shit to you. You go to shake their hand and they grab your wrist and they pull you
Like
in.
this and
You know,
that,
and
yeah,
you're like,
how you
this
doing?
guy
Yeah,
is a fucking, he drives a Mercedes. What am I going to do? I just go in and listen. And it's usually nothing, you know, it's just like Ray, but Ray doesn't drive a BMW. He drives a 1994 Toyota Corolla with no brakes.
Hey,
No brakes? Who needs brakes anyway? When you
Dude,
drive,
That's a
I
beautiful
heard,
analogy.
So you guys remember I was upset at Ray for not giving me a ride to Atlantic City a few weeks ago?
I remember you saying something about
I think I may have had my life was saved by not. It was like fucking Final Destination, because from what I heard, he is one of the worst drivers in the history of mankind, and I get it. It makes sense, you know.
Didn't he have to
Yeah.
sleep on somebody's floor?
I hate that shit, man.
This
I think he
trip
does that on the regular.
apparently, yeah, no. Apparently, Obnoxious John bought his hotel room for him. This,
Oh, that was nice of him. Yeah, OJ.
yeah.
Do you know how he repaid him? He walked into his room in the middle of the night naked and pissed in his luggage.
Pissed on his,
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
no, that was
Yeah, I'm
Ray
talking
this
about
time.
Ray.
though.
No.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, it
Again?
wasn't Ray? Oh, I'm surprised, actually. Honestly, I thought it was this about Ray. Ray
Dude,
also does
hold
yoga
on,
and
hold
can
on.
suck his own penis.
We should, yeah. We
No, that's
should have
another guy.
hired. We should have hired a Kevin Dumbfuck lookalike to sneak into Obnoxious John room in the middle of that fucking weekend last weekend and have him just fake pee all over his good jeans. You know, that would have been.
Why not just
fucking-
have him go in there naked and lay in the same bed next to OJ? That would even
So-
be better.
What's the deal with dumb fuck? Like, what happened with him? Because I was actually
He
talking to
died.
the guy. I was gonna
He
do like
died
a
of
show with him, and he
Judaism.
just it was like but he's not a real Jew, right?
What's the
He's not
deal?
really a Jew. I don't think any of those people. I think I'm the only one who's a real Jew. It's me and Shuli, pretty much.
May I interject?
Jerry Seinfeld.
I
Genuine
could
juice.
shed some light on this situation.
Yeah.
on what
You
he's
can
Shed
currently
some
doing.
light on this situation.
I know
Does he
there's a
still stream?
Yes, he just got back into streaming. He's
Oh, cool.
doing a Tuesday night stream
doing
with
what?
my other half.
The worst half, of course.
His name's Granny Loves Anal.
Well, I'm gay and I really like anuses.
That guy.
Oh, he's there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's here. He's backstage.
Oh, is he?
Boy.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
didn't hear him?
he's got something to say
No.
about his belly.
Come on, spit it out,
yeah.
Granny.
Yeah, Granny, what do you
I don't think
think
he
about what do you think about Kevin Dumbfuck, Granny?
Get this through your head, you Jew motherfucker, you!
He was Jewish. He bar mitzvahed and he cashed out, is what he said, and then he just turned his back on the whole thing.
He's probably more fucking Jewish than I am, but I had. I
Is your
remember
mother
watching-
Jewish?
No, my mother's Irish, so no.
My boy Adam.
So does that mean I'm not a Jew? Am I not like a real Jew?
Right. I think that's how it works. Like your mom has to be the Jew of the two.
So does that help me or hurt me? Does that raise my credibility or lower it?
Raise.
I don't know.
Yes.
You killed our savior, so and then denied his existence. So
But nobody's perfect.
I know. I'm just kidding, man.
Yeah.
These things will happen.
But
Water under the bridge.
But yeah, I remember I did I remember watching the watch party where they watched Stuttering John's movie, and it was Kevin Dumbfuck, and it was the other dude who used to collaborate with him. What's his name? Cut of the Jib. He does the Cut of the Jib show now. I saw him in the chat. Yeah, is
He's
he
great.
really a Jew? Because I know he got accused of
he is.
not really being. I don't give a fuck either way, but
I think
I remember-
he is Jewish, but he's not actually a rabbi. That's
Oh, well,
what it was.
oh, okay. Well, whatever it is, that never really bothered me. But yeah, I like him. But yeah, Kevin Dumbfuck kind of disappeared. I always wonder what happened to him.
He's here. He just went on a mental break. He's trying to rebrand a little bit. It's kind of, he had an
That's understandable.
embarrassing moment. That it was incredibly embarrassing. Whatever.
It's pretty
He's
cool.
leaned
Check
into
out
it.
I had an
he's all right.
embarrassing
He's
moment
all right.
too. I fucking threw up at the Nashville Who Are These Podcast show. So I was I had never gone to any of those shows before, and Dr. Steve was the one who ended up getting me. He gave me one of his tickets, so I went to the VIP
I thought he
party.
was
I
gonna
met
say
Carl.
I thought he was gonna say he gave you like an IV because you were so fucked up you needed like help or something like that.
He probably should have, because I had just been. I was nervous because I'd never met anybody from the show before. I'd never been to a show. I didn't know what to expect, so I was just pounding fucking beers, and these were like IPAs. I was on an empty stomach, was pounding
You
beers.
were drinking man of shit?
Yeah, I probably would have been less fucked up if I had done that, but it was nuts because the show went great. I got to meet everybody. It was really great. But then I went outside, and this was Nashville in April, so the hot sun was beating down. So I go outside and I'm hitting my friggin' weed vape, and all of a sudden the room started spinning. I got so fucking sick, dude. I puked my guts out outside on the fucking balcony, and everybody fucking saw it. Like everybody from WATP, like the whole crew was there. And it was, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Shit like that happens, but it's like, whatever, it wasn't the end of the fucking world, but I felt like shit. And I ended up just, inhaling my way back to my hotel room. And it was pretty fucked up. It really kind of like ruined my whole night, but it was one of those things that, yeah, dude, it fucking happens. I drank too much and I just got sick. So then when I went on WATP, I got in, Carl had me just Zoom on the show real quick to talk about something. And as soon as I showed up, they were like, "Hey, so you sobered up?" And I was like, "Oh, fuck." Like everybody fucking saw that. It was fucking gross. So I've been there too. I get it. I can definitely empathize with him.
Yeah, the difference is you got to just
No
own
shame
it,
in my
and
game.
play with it, have
Yeah.
fun with it. Don't be a prick about it.
Yeah.
Chris says being Irish is based. It makes you way cooler, Adam.
Yeah.
So drop this steen and you just be Gold. Adam Gold.
Adam Greenwood. That's my country club name. Adam Greenwood.
Gold is still
Speaking of
pretty
Irishmen, I just got a message from Husey. Actually, it's from 5:36, so 20 hour ago, almost 50. Sorry, Husey. Ask Adam if he knows that I banged Lemmy 6 different ways from here to next Sunday. Thanks.
Not true.
Oh my god!
So I take it he's a Janine Garofalo
He's
fan
vile.
too.
Yeah,
Hughesy's
no,
the
I
man,
probably-
dude. Hughesy's awesome.
Right.
No,
I
it's
should
not.
have
I love it.
probably
He's great.
We're trying to
pre-read that.
fuck my old lady.
before.
Yeah.
Where'd you
Next
go?
time
Where'd
I'll
Lemmy go?
screen messages. I'll try to screen those better from here on out. Apparently, I pissed Lemmy off too. That's great. Lemmy,
Oh, she said she's coming back.
She'll be right back.
I didn't mean it. We didn't mean it.
She's
an
peeing in
idiot.
a bottle.
I'm a fucking idiot. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, I kind of wanted Lemmy to be here for the next story I had. She has shitty timing. That was my perfect segue into Russell Brand. So do you have like broadcasting experience, Adam? Did you like come from radio, or what got you into podcasting, dude?
Absolutely not. No, you know what? I used to do a YouTube show where I was basically one of the motherfuckers in 2017, 2018 who was trying to copy Casey Neistat. You know what I mean? The slow Jamie vlogs where it's like, I'm going to go get breakfast and then I'm going to walk down the street and it's like, do. So that's something I always wanted to be a filmmaker. So I was kind of like a wannabe, not sort of dropout film school kid. And then I had the idea to do a YouTube channel. It all seemed so possible when everybody started doing the YouTube thing. So I did the vlogs. But then I decided to start doing the commentary thing because I was listening to a lot of Opie and Anthony, a lot of Howard Stern, who are these podcasts. And I saw Carl do it. You know, you see somebody that he doesn't have professional broadcasting experience, but
you heard that out there, everyone. If Carl can do it, anyone can do it. Adam just said it. That's right.
I mean, I kind of thought
if a garbage human from Rochester could make success out of this, then fucking
you guys are making a
head with a laptop can do it. That's right.
You guys are making a lot of sense. Believe me, I've been listening to Carl for years. I know, I get it. He's definitely a regular ass dude, but I mean, he gives the rest of us, the 98-pound weakling, some fucking hope, you know, because it really led me to believe.
What you call Lemmy.
but listening to that show, listening to WATP, you realize that like kind of anybody can do a show. At the same time, like not everybody should do a show. But I always thought to myself, it's a skill. Like being able to broadcast is a skill that you can acquire, but you have to be cognizant. You have to at least try to work at it, which just fucking what amazes me.
Yeah, Bobby. It seems like you're not paying attention right now. Actually, Adam, could you repeat what you just said and just talk directly to Bobby P right now?
But talk really slow.
Well,
that's the important thing.
It just seems like
it's not going to get to that.
It's amazing how some people like Stuttering John, not to beat up on Stuttering John, but it's amazing how people like that, people who should have all the advantages, people who've been, you know, on the Howard Stern show, people who should have had a lifetime to learn this stuff seem to be struggling at it. And how
like Tony Mazer.
A lot of these, you know what, a lot of these traditional broadcasters, these radio guys, I don't think that transitioning to the internet is always as easy as they think it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Because dealing with fucking feedback on the internet, the constant feedback loop, different animal than radio. Absolutely, it's a different thing, you know.
Like someone was saying today,
transitioning.
It was like Melton was saying that, Steel Toe doesn't even put his chats up. And I think that that's actually by choice. I think Steel Toe likes to have that old school control over the phone lines, over what's coming back out via his, you know, on his end. And I think that's fine. You know, we're used to the new way of allowing, you know, the animals through, and it makes it entertaining for some people and it makes it difficult for other people. And I think that Steel Toe has Steel Toe has an audience base that he tries to protect at all times who don't want that shit. You know,
right.
They just want to be there for the old school radio.
Yeah. Also, I'm not sure how much of it is choice and how much of it is just an unwillingness to learn to even how to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
First of all, and second of all, they're not going to change what they're doing based on what everybody else is doing, because they're not doing what everybody else is doing. They're doing topical humor of like surface shit that's going on in the world at the time. And he's just trying to make it funny. You know what I mean? The begging sucks or whatever. We deal with it. We donate. We fucking want to see the underdog fucking feed his family and shit. You know what I'm saying? But he makes us laugh. And we laugh at him. We laugh with him. And
we cry with him.
Yeah. He's not with him. He's not shitting on his like community members. He's shitting on what's going on in the world.
He's really good to his fans, and I really, really fucking appreciate that he came on my show. Like, I really didn't think he was going to do that, and he was awesome. He couldn't have been nicer. He really was cool.
He's a pretty decent dude.
He's our boy. Aaron and April are our friends, for sure. I was going to ask Adam, what made you stop filmmaking?
I never really made a film. It was something that I aspired to do, but I'm saying that was kind of like what I always kind of had that aspiration to do that. And I remember actually going to a film school interview, and the school that I went to, it was like a complete scam. It was like a federal, one of those scam schools. So it kind of turned me off from doing it. But then I ended up.
You still want to?
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't give up, brother. It's never too late to start. You would have learned absolute dog shit from that film school.
Absolutely.
I don't know what you do like time-wise, but my only advice would be is do whatever it takes to try to find a position on a small independent film, something that's filming only on weekends, only nights, something that fits your schedule, and just get any experience on a film set. You will learn in 3 weeks, 4 weeks on a film set live doing the lowest PA position 10 times more than you would have ever learned in any class. And you can take that from someone who went through that, never went to fucking film school, have been now on multiple film sets. And I remember my first one, and that was the eye opener that I was like, holy shit, this is tough. This takes a lot of work, but it can be fucking done. And I don't want to see you stop. If you still have that aspiration, man, try to follow that shit.
Well, thanks, dude. I appreciate that, because I definitely, it was kind of crazy, but I got a little turned off for a little while, but yeah, no, I appreciate that, man. Thanks for the advice.
Can you edit at all?
Yeah, actually, I do a lot of editing. I've done videos where
I thought so.
Yeah, most of like the show that I started doing, it was a lot of Stuttering John stuff, and it was a lot of editing. This is before I started. I just recently got into the live streaming thing, but I use Final Cut, so I do a lot of editing with that. I actually made videos. I would make web ads for teachers who were selling curriculum online for like distance learning for the pandemic.
That's the hardest part.
So that's how I got into it.
That's the most tedious part of the
his litter box.
It's teachers right there. That's why that came out. Yeah, if you could edit, buddy, then you're really like doing yourself a disservice of not trying to just like put a story together, fucking knock out the shots and get it done in a week or something like that, and then spend fucking months editing it, and you should have something, man. I mean, I hate to make it to make it sound that simple, you know, when it's a lot more than that. But
I like the tedium of editing. I actually do like it, and I would absolutely love to be able to do it, you know, do it in a more professional capacity. I think I have what it takes. I've done like off and on. I've had some clients, been able to make some money doing it, but it's definitely what got me into wanting to do content. You know, do more structured content, do talk show type of shit. Now the streaming, I feel like it's gotten a lot easier. To me, that's a little easier because you do all your setup, you get everything ready to go. Like I'm going to do a live stream later tonight. I have everything ready to go. All I got to do is go. You know what I mean? I like having everything in place, just being able to just go live.
Yeah, filming a movie is a lot more moving parts. You got a lot of personalities, especially when you got no money, which, I mean, unless you've got a infinite budget, you're going to not have enough money to do what you want to do, and you got to figure out what you got, what you can get done. If I could, and I'll leave it at this because I know I kind of took over here.
No, this is cool, man. I appreciate it.
There's a book by my buddy, literally my buddy, Lloyd Kaufman, the founder of Trauma Entertainment, co-founder of Trauma Entertainment. He's got a book called Make Your Own Damn Movie. And that's like the first in a bunch of make your own damn series. But that fucking book, for someone who is a film school dropout, it's like, it's so inspiring and takes down a lot of the mystery from what you need to do. So
that sounds awesome, man. That's kind of like the Kevin Smith kind of way of doing things, because I used to listen to Kevin Smith's film school podcast. He had a lot of interesting stuff, but he's I know he's gone a little like insane now. If you look at him now with like his big wide eyes, he quit smoking weed too.
Yeah. Quitter.
His last few movies were really shitty though, so we could. But yeah, no, that's great advice, man. Thank you.
Yeah,
that's where I got my start. I got my start on
true. Start in the fluffer position or be an assistant fluffer if necessary.
Someone
Whatever
called like a ball holder. I saw that somewhere.
How much does a fluffer make?
Bobby, go ahead.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Not true. Not true.
It's the guy that gets the guy ready for the scene, and I don't believe they have stunt doubles, so you're pretty much hands-on the whole way on that one. It's a hands-on position.
No gloves or anything like that?
I don't know. Bobby P, when you're doing those inseminations down there with the bulls, did they give you gloves?
No, you see what?
No,
what
they don't give you gloves.
happened.
I'm surprised. You would think that would be
Don't
unhygienic
interrupt.
and
You
whatnot.
asked me a question. I want to answer it.
What is
Oh,
he
you
doing?
did. You said no. You said
What is he
no.
doing to
You're
Stephen
in animal
Bull?
husbandry.
That
You
was an
jack
answer.
bulls off.
I thought it was Stephen Bull.
Steven,
I thought it
Bull,
was
you
your
blind
bull.
son of a bitch. You don't know nothing about what you're talking about, sir.
And what he does is he catches it in his mouth, all the bull milk,
True.
and then he goes and spits in the heifer or his ex-girlfriend. I mean,
Here's what
Very high-
here's what Derek does. He services the big black bull,
oh God,
and then
you're gonna fail trying to get
Yeah.
back at me with this pathetic little
Which
shot. That
bull?
was
Which
pathetic.
type of bull was it? Which kind of bull
blacks.
was? No, it was the black one.
The black one.
Thank you.
yeah.
Sorry, I'm not good at my job.
I'm not good at my job.
Love you, cocksucker.
For sure, for sure. I'm gonna let the dogs out real quick.
Cool.
Oh, you
But-
gotta go take a week.
Can you play this song while you do it? Who let the
No, I was gonna-
dogs out?
Look at taking down. there.
No, I would never freaking play that. Not a chance.
Why
in hell.
not?
But I can listen
was
to
a
this
big
with
hit.
you guys. I'm the dogs out. Let's listen. Russ Brand, we were talking about Ray DeVito touching people inappropriately. I'm gonna play maybe a minute of this. I'm not gonna play the whole thing; it's too long. But we'll check this out and commentary afterwards. I'm not gonna be able to.
Hello there, you Awakening Wonders. Now, this isn't the usual type of video we make on this channel where we critique, attack, and undermine the news in all its corruption, because in this story, I am the news. I've received two extremely disturbing letters, or a letter and an email, one from a mainstream media TV company, one from a newspaper, listing a litany of extremely egregious and aggressive attacks, as well as some pretty stupid stuff like my community festival should be stopped, that I shouldn't be able to attack mainstream media narratives on this channel. But amidst this litany of astonishing, rather baroque attacks are some very serious allegations that I absolutely refute. These allegations pertain to the time when I was working in the mainstream, when I was in the newspapers all the time, when I was in the movies. And as I've written about extensively in my books, I was very, very promiscuous. Now, during that time of promiscuity, the relationships I had were absolutely always consensual. I was always transparent about that then, almost too transparent. And I'm being transparent about it now as well. And to see that transparency metastasized.
Well, anyway, so that's his side of the story. Of course, we're going to be hearing the other side of the story. I don't know how many. Lemmy, have you already decided if you're defending him or not? Because I know that you're a huge sexual abuser defender.
I'd like to hear more of what's
I know
going on.
You prefer guys that have done bad things sexually to people. We know
Like the
that
bad boys.
about you.
I mean,
Yeah, the bad boys.
that is highly edited and taken out of context, first of all.
Not true. Not true.
But you can't go around accusing people of like sexual abuse without like I'm not gonna be like, yeah, he totally fucking did that, and when I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. This gal gets
Wait,
it.
wait,
Look
wait.
at her. She doesn't even
Wait,
wear
we're supposed to
makeup and
believe all
look at
women. How dare
I-
you? You're not a
I
woman,
brings up a
then,
good
Lemmy.
point,
We have taken
bro.
your female card away from you. You will no longer have it. Done.
No.
her. Nope. You're a legend in my book.
You now transition. Done.
Yo, shit's clipping, boy.
Yeah, a little bit.
Whenever he pulls up a clip, it gets a little. It can get a little testy.
No, they're gone. It's just my Wi-Fi at this
A
point.
little sketchy.
Yeah, I'm not even
Yep,
pulling
I know you're
anything
not
up
here,
right
Grant,
now.
so-
It's just slow.
It's probably StreamYard
The
happens.
video looks good on my monitor.
Yeah, yeah.
It's fine.
It's my Wi-Fi. It's my Wi-Fi. Yeah, but
I don't know.
I don't know. Is it possibly like a political takedown? Maybe. somewhat because he's kind of gotten he's a liberal still, but he has out about like the mainstream media and all their tactics and all that stuff, and it's never a good idea to go after like the mainstream media or whatever the
blacks.
Your people. You know what I'm talking about. I don't have to explain it to you. Look at your last name. It's obvious.
They're absolutely going to come
tell
after
me.
you. Well, they're absolutely
I
going to
know.
fucking come after you. Yeah.
Don't do that.
I'm aware.
The way he
I'm
was
trying to get
explaining
viewers, so I
himself.
figured people
Yeah.
would-
The way he's explaining himself, though, he is explaining himself a little too fast. I feel like that usually doesn't look good.
Well, he's not right.
Coming out.
He's a
and defending
manic
yourself
man.
Quick?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Well, he's an ex-drug addict too, right?
Yeah.
He used to have like real, yeah. So he's a little, little cuckoo.
Platform too. It's not like one of these guys that never talks to the media. He's on whatever YouTube like every day. So I don't really think you can have a show and not like say something about huge accusations like that. Yeah, I think you'd be dumb not to.
I mean
fight
that.
against it.
That Forgetting Sarah Marshall movie, he was hilarious in that though.
Mm-hmm.
Get him to
It
the
really was
Greek
good.
was
That-
a great movie.
Yeah,
I
it
don't care
was.
what
It was
anybody
hilarious.
says.
I loved.
I thought it was good, but I thought he was funnier in Forgetting Sarah Marshall. It felt like they kind of it was a little continuity problems, but it felt a little bit more forced in the movie. But no, he is great. Him and fucking what's that the fat ass Jew guy.
Seth
Two of them.
Rogen.
No, the younger one, the fucking super bad one, fucking fatty Mick.
Shit.
Now he's like all methed out. Now he's all skinny. Fuck,
The
Jonah
guy
Hill.
who had the problem with the surfer. Yeah.
Jonah Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, Jonah Hill.
Yeah, he's a little cuckoo now, huh?
We just kind of reviewed not too long ago that weird new movie he has out on Netflix where he's like dating Ice Cube's daughter or whatever, and the guy's like a
Oh yeah.
whatever, a black I guess I better choose my words carefully. Like,
TOS. Yeah.
Anyway, Ice Cube doesn't appreciate it, but whatever comes around
It
in the end.
sounds horrible. Whatever
You
it
watch,
is,
like, the trailer
you don't
and
even
shit,
have to.
it's
Yeah. Yeah, Netflix is fucking garbage now. I haven't had Netflix in like 6 years.
Hey, the One Piece live action was really good.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're into that type of thing, but you know, they actually did it really well. Compared to the anime and manga.
I've been stuck on the same documentary every night for the last 4 nights, and I'm gonna watch it again tonight.
LS.
It's called A Trip to Infinity, and it is so good.
It sounds trippy.
It is
about?
amazing. It's
Yeah.
a documentary about infinity, the number, the space, the minutia. It goes into like circles. It's an amazing documentary, and it'll make you think about some shit for a while.
Did
Your
they,
mind will
um,
go on a little ride.
Did they
Sounds
talk
like a
about
lot.
girls? Did they talk about girls with infinity tattoos?
No.
Oh.
That's just,
You know what I'd want to
wild.
say to a girl like that? I want to say, what is that tattoo for? Is that the amount of dicks that you've sucked?
Hey, I've got 10 on this hand.
Maybe they're
infinities?
just Buzz Lightyear fans. I don't know. You can't be too harsh.
if you believe in the
Infinity
multiverse
and
theory,
beyond. Come on,
technically
guys.
you are getting your
Yeah.
dick sucked to infinity. Everybody is.
They don't call it the multiverse theory. Jesus.
No,
Just
we
saying.
live in the. Come on, Lemmy. This is the Dabbleverse. You need to pull your head out and get back in the Dabbleverse where you belong, where the important things in the world are happening. All the important
comic book
things.
movies have fucking ruined everybody's mind.
You're getting
So
your
you're-
dick sucked in space right now. Infinity time.
Okay.
That's
All
not
right.
interesting.
Okay. Yeah, I like this. We can track,
So do you-
track on it.
Do you think that there's a universe somewhere where Stuttering John is successful?
Yes.
Where he's
No.
funny and
Infinity of them.
he's killing
No.
it?
No.
Yeah.
Well, we have to give him credit. There was a day when Jay Leno called him and said, "Hey, do you want to be part of my show?" Now, to be totally fair, that day did happen. Someone actually called from his staff and said, "Dude, we need to have you on our show." Can you imagine that?
More power to him, you know. I mean, but imagine just that when I remember one time watching, and this was right when I was starting to get into the Stuttering John shit. I remember watching the first day he was on Leno and how excited he looked. He had like the shit-eating grin on his face. He was so excited. Just imagine that feeling, and to think of where he is now. You know, it kind of bums me out. It kind of makes me feel sad for him. But Jesus Christ, yeah, I mean, he absolutely, you know, to be on the Jay Leno show, that's pretty amazing. Got to give him credit.
He made bad decisions.
Yeah.
Infinity. Didn't the guy who discovered Infinity, the guy who discovered Infinity as an idea went crazy from that process?
It wouldn't surprise me.
It didn't come up in the doc. I gotta watch this documentary now, but it's crazy. The fucking thing that I wrote, the short film that I wrote, has Infinity in the title.
Really?
So I'm like, what the? I can't say. I don't want people fucking with my shit right now, but it's wild that yes, Infinity is like kind of the centerpiece of the short story that I wrote. So
that's hilarious that you wrote a short story about Infinity. That is
right. Well, yeah,
so beautiful.
It's more. It's like a short film that'll be worked on hopefully soon. Fuck, maybe I'll hire Adam. Adam, you're hired.
Hey, yeah, you guys. Anybody needs any fucking editing? Get with me. Goldstein TV on Twitter. DM me.
Yeah, man.
That's
absolutely.
Right. Guy gets it. Yeah.
And I make thumbnails too. I make some pretty sweet thumbnails.
How about Derek an intro? I need a sound guy. You're my sound guy now. That's all I need. So
yeah. Nice.
Oh, sounding great, Steve.
If anybody ever asks you, "Hey, can you do sound?" You just go, "Yes." I can press record and hold the microphone. That's literally all it fucking is. So
if I can figure that out, I'm better than 80% of the fucking people in this business.
I mean,
yeah. Speaking of this business, have you guys noticed like there's been a huge drop off in like super chats and money and people's interest and views lately? Is it?
You talking like across the board for everybody?
Yeah. Is everybody just kind of is like school went back in, NFL came back on, and what is that the deal, or is there something else going on? What do you guys think?
School came back in.
You think there's a lack of genuine drama? That it's a lot of the storylines feel like they're forced now?
That's what I was asking. No? What do you think?
Yeah.
Do you think it's a lack of drama, or do you think it's people have kind of just gotten back into fall time and aren't as interested, or is there problems with the economy? People quit like giving money as much, or
that's true. I didn't even think about the fucking economy. Yeah.
My theory would be not that it matters. I love Negroes. It's one of the two. Either they need more drama, viewers, or they need less drama. They might be sick of it, or they might want more. So, I don't know. That's up to you to decide.
Well, first of all, let's cut to the chase here. The main benefactor for all of the shows had a family matter, very serious family matter going on. So they had to attend to that. And that's going to absolutely have a huge effect on everyone. Let's just I hate to say that like one ship in the sea is going to affect the sea like that, but it really does have a, domino effect, I think. And I hope that person, we all know what we're talking about, but if he's watching, hope he knows we care for him.
The pay dominoes just start falling, and then the rest of them just start falling.
We would never call him that because he's our buddy, but hey, I think when people don't see some of the other big ones coming in normal, maybe they start to think more about themselves. But like I think Derek could be onto something, because you see now something more like people are trying to fit more stuff into a $5 super chat, than paying the extra $5 to say it all, like succinctly. They're kind of using abbreviations to get things into $5. So I think it could be inflation and Joe Biden economics are finally really at their lowest.
Yeah, catching up to everybody's wallet.
Most painful.
Right.
Yeah.
I can say that I stopped donating.
Yeah, go for it.
I was gonna say, I'm sorry. I stopped donating to shows that don't read my fucking super chats. Two people that I kind of wanted to donate to. One was Mersh from Revenge of the Sis. He does his solo show Nightwave, and it wasn't a big deal, but it was one time I made some stupid little throwaway comment. It was like a $3 or a $5 super chat, and maybe he was too drunk, but he didn't read it. So once I realized, like, oh, they don't have to technically read your super chat, so he didn't read it. So I like Mersh, I support him, I watch his show, but I didn't super chat him again after that because I'm like, well, I'm not going to give them money if they're not going to read my shit. And then I left a comment on MLC's chat, and they didn't read it. And I don't know who's responsible for that. It wasn't a big deal. It was only like a $4 super chat, so I don't care. But it was during the time when Chad was on there, and everybody was like, he had done the corn diff interview, so everybody was sending, putting credit card emojis in the chat to kind of make fun of him. So it was one of those. It's a silly thing. It's like whatever, but yeah, I don't like when they don't read it. It's like you should read all the super chats.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that. At least get to them, or say. There's a guy I watch. He says, "All right, don't send any more super chats because I'm about to end the show." It's a little bit, courteous, because I'm not going to be able to read them, so don't do it. But just don't, and don't knock off super chats because that's dirty. That's just dirty.
Yeah.
Your
Adam, we all kind of know each other's thoughts on like steel toe begging for money or whatever. Do you not appreciate that style? I think it rubs a lot of people the wrong way. It doesn't bother me a second, but
I mean, it never bothered me, but I think that it puts what was I going to say? I think it kind of puts him in a position where the people who make fun of you are going to have another thing that they can kind of make fun of you for. So it really comes down to do your calls to action, are they effective? Like, are you making money off of that? Do you think, you know what I'm saying? So if it's not effective, I would stop doing it. But it seems like it's one of those things where if you do a live stream and you constantly remind the audience, hey, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Don't forget to share this. Some people do genuinely forget. Some people will be watching us right now. They want to support you. They want to like, but sometimes you got to remind them. But I think if you do it a little too much, I think then, yeah, you open yourself up to criticism. But I don't know. That's up to everybody. It's never really bothered me, honestly. But Steel Toe, the problem with Steel Toe, the problem Aaron has is now he's got all these eyeballs. He's got Red Bar covering him. He's got fucking Melton covering him. And I don't think that's something that he was expecting to happen. Because I remember when I interviewed Aaron, it was at the beginning of him leaning into the Dabbleverse and the lolcow thing. And he was pretty much on the offensive. Like, we can all eventually, he even said this on my show, we can all eventually be turned into lolcows, but it's a lot more fun to be the troll. And I think for a while he was the troll. It was a little one-sided. He was, hey, what's up, Frankie?
Confirmation. I did not went to Disneyland in California at all.
Where, Frankie?
Not true.
Yeah, we saw you. You're Mickey Mouse, right, Frankie?
I wasn't a Mickey Mouse. I didn't dress up as Mickey Mouse at all. Somebody photoshopped it. It's a video edit. It cost that software cost $500 Canadian. I wasn't there at all.
Okay, we know. We believe you.
Was that photoshopped? Was it like a $500 Canadian Photoshop?
It's like a $500 software.
Now,
Frankie, you put out a... Yeah, go for it.
Frankie, quick question. I went and I got very prepared for Hurricane Nigel. I went and bought a bunch of Coca-Cola. I bought a bunch of Pepsi.
Bypass entire North America altogether.
What am I supposed to do with all this Coca-Cola?
Towards England.
Wait, where Jerry Shepherdini is?
Yes.
Oh no.
Wait, actually, yes.
Thank God.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wipe them out.
Yeah.
Once and for all.
That's right.
Frankie, this is our buddy Adam. Can you say hi, Jewish Adam?
What's up, Frankie? How's it going?
This is Jew Adam.
Now, last hour I was on Let's Spot with Chrissy Mayer.
Oh,
Nice.
That's awesome.
Nice.
How many Jews died in the Holocaust, Frankie?
0.
Oh, what? Oh, come on.
6. 6,000.
Frankie, Chrissy Mayer, she's a nice one or what?
Yeah, I was on her podcast in the last hour.
Were there any other girls on there?
We got Kate Meany was on, and two new ones are on.
Oh, 2 new prospects. I like it.
How about Kate Meany?
Things like this.
Is Frankie, Kate Meany or Chrissy Mayer?
Chrissy Mayer. She's the host of the podcast.
Chrissy Mayer? Nice. Who's what was the name of
Damn, we lost him.
Dun, dun, dun. Well, that was Frankie McDonald, everybody. Adam, you probably know who he is, right?
I actually just discovered him the other day, and I did sub to his channel. Now he seems like a cool guy.
He's
our boy.
A denier. You understand?
No. Here's the thing. I figured that out the other day. Is that Frankie is a man. He's a special man. Let's just leave it at that. And he doesn't want. No, it's not special. He don't want nobody to die ever. That's like in his heart of hearts. He don't want to hear nobody dying. So like he doesn't realize, I think, what the word the Holocaust means.
Yeah.
He just focused on how many people died. So to him, as long as 0 people died, no matter if it was bad or good, he's been tricked. He's been tricked by some evil fucking people.
That does actually make a lot of sense. You know what? I'll give him that. I'm not going to mess with him anymore. Because that is it's shitty. It's not good. Don't do that. I'm sorry.
Like ask him how many people died at the hands of Stephen Haddock in Las Vegas at that Route 66 concert and see what he says. It's gonna be the same fucking thing, you know.
Jason Aldean, I believe.
Yeah, we still don't know anything about that.
Nothing. It wasn't me.
Van Bumstocks.
Yeah, they never released the fucking tapes on that.
Nah. It just
Yeah, that's right. They did ban Bumstocks because of that.
I'm sure Granny's got him. Probably, if you ask him, he'll probably.
Oh yeah.
Hand him over.
He's a private investigator, from what I hear.
True.
Not true.
Yeah, he is a PI.
What does that stand for, Bob?
Piston engine.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, I'm
Engine starts with an
gay, and I really like.
Spell engine with an E these days, or at least up in the north we do. But PI, piston engine. Okay.
All right.
He looks like one.
Well,
Oh, you said engine. I'm sorry. You were being disrespectful to the Cherokee people.
The blacks.
Yeah, no.
They're not.
No, what I was saying is he's
they get
only
confused for those folks. But
Hey, hold on 1 second, man. I got to step away for 1 quick second.
I would too. I fucking would too. No hard feelings whatsoever for Adam Goldstein. You probably got an email from Luke of the Bind mid-show. That's probably what happened there.
Yeah,
that does
people
happen.
do that. They send up those emails. You definitely have to answer them back.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the news report today with the F-35 that disappeared?
Yes, is that real? What happened? How? Why?
Well,
is it just flying to China?
Ever since I saw Broken Arrow in the 90s, a great John Travolta, Howie Long, Christian Slater. That was my first thought today. Was like, the stealth fighter finally did get stolen. Just like I don't know. I highly doubt it had a nuclear payload like in that movie. But
also, really quick, who else gonna bring you a broken arrow? Who else is gonna bring you a bottle of wine every time?
Sounds just like it, Stevie.
No.
That was great.
It's a great Mr. A impression.
No, that was crazy though. Apparently, like in South Carolina, they were flying around. It ended up a stealth jet transponder stopped working. The pilot ejected from a plane that was capable of still flying an autopilot. So earlier today, there was like a bunch of shit happening, and everyone was saying like, "Oh, it landed in Cuba. Someone stole it and landed it in Cuba." which was hilarious. But all that
literally
hubbub,
punched out.
it was kind of fun watching it live because I was wondering that the entire time. I was like, I wonder if Broken Arrow's situation, did he get jacked? Very interesting.
Directed by John Woo. I don't know if you knew that or not. That's
Woo-hoo.
Oh, don't.
Fuck him. I can't. He stinks. His movies are terrible. Come on. Face Off? Stop it.
No,
Face Off?
Face Off.
Yes. Ugh. Hey, just,
what?
I loved that movie so much.
It's not
When
good.
Nicolas Cage tells the stewardess, I could eat a peach for hours. That's the
It's
greatest
not-
pickup line of all time.
When Nicolas
so
Cage
good.
loses it, that's when I like fell in love with him. That anybody got a light? I'm Castor Troy. Woo! I was like, dude, I am attracted to red flags. It's probably a problem. It's gonna be a problem.
Hard Target.
You're a
Hard
psychopath.
Target with fucking Jean-Claude Van Damme. Amazing film. First of all, Hard Boiled is one of the most referenced action films of fucking like all time, basically. Did Mission Impossible 2, the good one. Paycheck, a Philip K. Dick film. Yeah, you're right. There is a lot of dog shit mixed in there, I guess. But the guy's done enough that you need to back the fuck off, John Woo.
Well, they did find the plane, though. They did find the guy that took it. This guy apparently is the one that stole it. So
the guy from January.
Oh, yeah.
Don't say it. Don't say
This is
it.
January
Okay.
6th.
I knew it.
Ah, you just got my. Oh no,
Struck.
dude. TOS.
I knew it.
You can't even say it, really?
I don't know.
We're
just
joking.
teasing.
My
I'm
bad.
sure you can't say it because I watched him pull all the time, and he says, at least I would assume you.
Yeah.
True
Yeah, sorry
Lies,
about that. I had to pee real
not
quick.
On live air that I watched him pull.
Cease.
True Lies was James Cameron. Balls deep.
Hey.
Did you guys ever listen to the Opie and Anthony bit where Jim Norton was able to convince Patrice O'Neal that fucking Face Off sucked? And Patrice O'Neal's like, what are you talking about? That's a great movie. And Jim just goes, are you kidding
Turns
me?
him.
And he
Yeah.
goes
Don't
through
do
all the
it.
things. Lemmy,
Don't
you
do
haven't heard it?
I don't want
It's
to
been a
hear it.
while.
It'll turn you. It'll
I
turn,
don't.
it'll
I
turn
know
you too.
it will. It will.
No,
watched
Yeah.
Norton
Face Off
is
not
notorious.
too long
He's done
ago.
that for more than one film, and he's actually gotten
Yeah.
me before because he used to do that. He would take something that was critically acclaimed and he would pick the fucking shit out of it like a
Just ruin
vulture on a
Ignorance
dead
is
body.
bliss,
And at
dude.
the end
Let
of the
me
hour
live in
rant,
bliss.
you'd be on his side. I can't remember. It's been a while since he's done it, but
Yeah, he's a little bit more PG.
Yeah,
Autistic.
Anthony was just. I know because Anthony just had an example of this like a month ago. I remember him breaking it down, and when he said it, then it ruined it for me. Just Anthony repeating kind of what Jim went through. And it was like, you're
Now I
fucking
have
right,
to
dude.
watch it.
It's like,
You guys are
no,
happy.
you ruined it.
It's going to turn you.
Next time
I'm
I
telling
watch
you.
that, but
It really
Yeah.
will.
Yeah.
It really
Patrice
will.
had
Wow.
also the other famous bit, which is easier to find, where they did the sci-fi movie version title of stuff. You know, it was like Dinosaur Park was like the Jurassic Park version on sci-fi. It would always, oh man, I'm not doing it any justice
Sharknado.
whatsoever. But no, that was
Sharknado.
this is way before all that.
And
This is like sci-fi would always steal the concept from a major Hollywood blockbuster and they'd make their own version of it and they would like name it way too literal.
I know what you're talking about. Like giant anaconda versus something.
That is not what I'm talking about. Jesus fucking Christ.
Well, never mind. All right. Hey. I was talking about the sci-fi original movies that they put out that were awful.
Yeah.
yeah, lots of comments. Tom Arnold. Yeah, True Lies, great movie. Tom Arnold is even good in True Lies. And when he tries to kill Rick Moranis at the end of Big Bully or whatever. Yeah, I think Tom Arnold had a second there where he was actually pretty good. The late
True Lies was
90s.
good.
True Lies was excellent. That was
Yeah.
one of my
Oh, yeah.
favorites.
And Tom Arnold was hilarious. And of course, big shout out to Bill Paxton. Rest in peace, King. Was
Tina
fucking
Tina
epic
Carrera.
as the slimy car salesman. And that was so fucking good. And then they took
Tia
him to
Carrera
some-
is the bad guy.
There you go. Hot.
He was good in. Did you guys
She
see
was
that
better
movie
than Wayne's
Nightcrawler?
Sure.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Paxton
that's-
was good in that.
Yeah.
Right.
That was a good fucking movie. It was
a good-
evil.
Yeah,
it
that's
was
a
slimy.
creepy movie too.
It
Slimy
really is. You got to
reporter.
take a hot shower.
Is that Lynch?
Yeah.
David Lynch?
No,
No,
I
not Lynch.
think-
I'm sorry. David Fincher is.
Yeah, I think it is Fincher.
The bottom of Brokeback Mountain.
Your favorite
no,
movie, right,
it
Bobby?
was directed and written by the same guy. This guy, Dan Gilroy. It was his first film.
Gilroy. Oh shit. Oh.
Yeah. Rene Russo, Riz Ahmed, Bill Paxton.
Yeah, what's his face? Fucking Jake Gyllenhaal. I never was a fan of him, but he really knocked it out of the park with that movie. And it was
He's
was
been
almost
good
like
in a few movies.
it was
Donnie
like
Darko.
it was like Eyes Wide Shut though, where that movie was. It had such an evil vibe to it. Like it really was disturbing. It really made
Dude,
it was
put it-
unsettling and disturbing to watch it.
Dude, it's going on the list. It's going
Yeah,
on my
check
fucking
it out.
watch list, kid.
You won't be
movie?
sorry.
It really is.
Let's have Jim
Nightcrawler
Norton
from
break it down.
2014.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what else
It's
was
good.
really good? You guys got to check out Asteroid City. And I'm not a fan. It's a Wes Anderson movie. I've never
Yeah.
been a fan of him. And I
Came
saw
out
it
this
and it was-
summer. That just came out this summer, no?
It was awesome though, and it had an ensemble cast. But the thing that I liked about it is the first time where I thought, you know what, this guy's weird ass style that I've never appreciated. It worked in this movie. Like I actually thought that movie worked really good.
Have you ever seen the Darjeeling Limited?
I haven't, but I've heard good
Oh
things about it.
God.
It was good.
I
Jesus.
honestly, that's the last
Dude.
good film I thought he made.
Yeah.
I didn't like the one with Ralph Fiennes, and I get it. It's kind of okay. I saw the Royal Tenenbaums in theaters. That's how old I am, and that's how I had seen Rushmore.
I did too. Yeah.
I had seen Rushmore, and I thought that was the coolest film ever because I was 14, 15 years old when I saw that. So when I heard that the Royal Tenenbaums was coming out, I convinced one of my lesser movie friends to come with me and see that, and we fucking loved the shit out of that goddamn movie. So I've been a Wes Anderson guy for a long time. I went back and saw Bottle Rocket and started to be like, okay, I mean, I get
That's
it.
his
It's
first movie,
thing.
right?
Yeah,
Bottle Rocket? Yeah.
You got to give everybody a chance on their first film. Not as cool as I had expected, but then I feel like he started to trail off a little bit. The Steve Zissou film is the one where I was so excited for that thing.
Life Aquatic.
It had Life Aquatic, yeah. It
Yes,
had Bill
yes.
Murray. It had
Zissou.
they had the David Bowie songs. It had everything, and it had fucking what's his name?
Owen
The
Wilson.
Green Goblin.
Willem Dafoe.
Well, isn't Willem Dafoe
Willem
in that
Dafoe.
shit? Doesn't
I
he
don't
have
know.
a
He
small
was the Green
role?
Goblin.
Yeah,
Oh,
yes,
I
it
could be
was
tripping.
William Dafoe is his
Willem.
second man.
Yeah.
second
Yeah,
man.
Everything
It's
you would
Willem.
have thought. Maybe I have to go back and watch that film, but that's where
No.
it started to lose
No.
me. No,
You're on your
no,
own.
Yeah.
That movie
So I thought that
sucked.
he
All
came-
the movies
he
you
came
just
back
named
around.
suck.
Darjeeling Limited is decent, and there's
Horrible.
there is a prequel to Darjeeling Limited where Natalie Portman is topless.
Ooh,
And if
nice.
you're not into that
You got my
concept
attention a little.
alone, yeah,
What's
thank
this?
you.
You get the name of this?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm a notepad
If
with
you
my.
look up, the Darjeeling Limited is the name. It's the name of a train. It's got Jason Schwartzman in it, but you have to find the prequel to it. It's like a short film with Natalie Portman. You should be able to find it out there.
And this one has her tits.
Yes,
Okay.
Good.
all right,
like
Natalie.
a great steady shot where
Got
it
a
wasn't like a quick thing.
timestamp.
Natalie Portman tits. I'm just writing this down. I don't want to forget.
Everybody,
you wanna see Natalie-
Everyone watching?
No,
at
no.
home.
You want to see Natalie Portman in her best performance? Go check out Closer, which has Julia Roberts and fucking Jude Law, and dude, great
nice.
movie. Shout out.
All right, I'll check it out.
Yeah, you'll see her tits in that one too. Trust me.
Nice.
Are they perky? Are they good?
Okay, it's called the Hotel
Don't be weird.
Chavalier.
I'm just
That's
asking.
the name of the Darjeeling prequel. It's called Hotel Chevalier.
Can you guys write love letters to each other on your own time? No, I actually, speaking of Opie and Anthony, I did have a little Opie. I don't know if you guys saw this little clip.
No,
Clip
dude.
it.
Oh,
I haven't
yeah,
watched
yeah.
him in a minute.
This is going to shock a lot of people. I have nothing to do with Anthony. Nothing. I was connected to this guy, unfortunately, for a lot of years because we did a hugely successful radio show. But surprisingly, I have nothing to do with him. Nothing. I haven't seen the guy. I used to keep track because it made me happy, but now it's indifference. But I haven't seen the guy in almost a decade. Literally have not seen the guy in almost a decade. Not once. Last show we did, we didn't even really say goodbye. We awkwardly would wait for our cars on the sidewalk most days. That was really awkward because we had nothing to say to each other. And then he went and did that let's just call it a rant, okay? He did his dumb rant about Times Square. And next thing you know, he was let go that weekend, and I never saw him again. Never saw him again. So I don't give a crap if you think I'm funny, not funny. I don't give a crap if you think he is funnier than me. I don't care.
Ooh.
He's a radio guy. He could have a job in radio if he wanted to. But he
Doesn't happen at this point.
He's a narcissist.
Can I be honest? I couldn't hear any of that audio. I didn't hear any of that, so I was just watching it without the audio. He looks like somebody that's coping. Watching the body language,
yeah.
Opie looks like he's coping big time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much what he said was he hasn't seen him in a decade. When they were at the end there, they were just both waiting for. They didn't talk to each other after the show. They would wait for their cars on the sidewalk separately, not talk to each other. And as soon as the thing happened with Anthony, he got the boot from Sirius. They never talked ever again. Apparently, it sounds like that's what he said.
They talked. They were on air together.
Yeah.
They did a simulcast together one time when he was still on.
Yeah.
Sirius or some shit. I remember that, but that was actually like 2017 or some shit.
But Opie
Are you
tells
talking
the
like
story
simulcast
like
from Compound to Opie show?
Yeah, there was a show. They had a small moment of peace. My timeline's a little fucked up. I want to say it was after Anthony had his problems with Danny Brand and everything too. Wasn't before that, but there was a time where they did this weird simulcast thing where they were both broadcasting the same time on each other's show, and they talked for like an hour.
it was like 2017, yeah.
I want to say it was 2017,
Yeah.
something like that, 2018.
Yeah.
And then it all fell apart again shortly thereafter.
But every 2 months, Opie goes on this weird little cycle where he won't talk about. He'll try not to talk about Anthony because I do think he would rather move on and do something else. But he always it's like just when I get out, you pull me back in. Every couple of months or so, he kind of spirals about Anthony. Like it's something that's on his mind. He gets mad. He talks about him. He talks about Jimmy. He talks about Sam. And he's gone through these cycles many, many times. It's not, you know what I mean? It's like, it's not really necessarily a new thing for him to address this. My question is what is his end game in leaning into it and talking about them? Does he want to engage them? Does he want to talk to them face to face? He might as well at this point.
No, he's not going to do that.
But then he shouldn't talk about him. He should just, you know what I mean?
Yeah. He's weak. He can't
It's
resist
a passive,
the easy bullshit.
It's passive aggressive because if you really have a problem, you get some unfinished business, just do a crossover show with Anthony. You could just do a one and done. Just get all your shit out there.
Or move on.
Can't be held accountable.
Or just move on and not let it get to you.
Or that, yeah, absolutely. It's like those are your options, but he's doing like option. He wants to like have his cake and eat it too.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't understand it.
He can dish it. He can't take it.
Yeah.
That's pretty much
I
it.
got to go. I mean, fuck. Look at big old bad Stevie Lou over here. I got to go on air with him on his show a couple months ago, and I have to say I had a absolute wonderful time, and he was very cool, and he's someone who I grew up listening to. So I was also someone who probably was a little unfair to him when I was a Compound Media fucking stan and producer for Eastside Dave. So he kind of called me out on that. And he was like, the guys in the chat are saying that you're part of Compound and you were fucked up. And I was like, I don't think I necessarily did anything specific to try to fuck with Opie. But at the time, it was like, you got to pick a side.
Yeah.
And I picked the Anthony side, just like it is today. You got to fucking pick a side. Are you either Shuli or are you Brennan? You know,
right?
And I'm fucking Brennan all day, motherfucker.
The head
so.
count.
Well, I feel like Opie, what he should do is, like, I don't know. It's just with Opie, like he should podcast. He should collaborate with people he's more comfortable with. Two people he was good with. He was good with Corndiff. I don't know if you saw Corndiff's on your show.
Sure.
And Dr. Steve, he was great as a second mic on Dr. Steve. So why don't you just, you know what I mean? Just roll with people you're fucking comfortable with.
Yeah.
Dr. Steve can't do regular shows because of his job. I know that.
Oh, right. He's got the conflict.
Fucked up. Yeah, he's got.
But what I'm saying is, at least Opie should have the confidence to know, you know what? There are some people that maybe I could continue working with.
Corndiff was that's a great call, bud. Corndiff is a buddy of ours too. So shout out to Corndiff. He was amazing.
Yeah.
Maybe
I just interviewed him. He is such a fucking cool guy. I really like Corndiff a lot. Good
He's
dude.
a sweet corn.
Yep.
I love him.
Good one.
But he doesn't have an agenda.
No, he doesn't.
Worst thing is,
look. Oh, where is it?
He does
God
too
damn
have
it.
an agenda. He wants to drive his semi on his game all day and fuck around and spray paint and shit on his show.
and the 3D printing is cool too.
I have
Right,
one of
right.
his creations. It's a bear taking a shit.
How do you rate?
Corndiff made that for you? That's cool.
Corndiff was in my chat, and I said coffee. At the same time, he grabbed a coffee-colored filament, labeled coffee, and he was like, dude, that's weird. And I was like, oh, it's Kismet. And he's like, I don't really know what to make that's brown, though. And I was like, well, bear's brown, shit's brown. Why don't you do a bear taking a shit? And he actually
some
did
bears are
it. And he
black.
sent it to me. He sent,
Oh, yeah,
he
someone
sent me
that
the
was
first
asking-
edition.
That's
Someone
cool.
was asking if I know Lloyd Kaufman. I have a piece of shit
Yeah, I see that.
signed by Lloyd Kaufman, made out to Steven.
Well,
So I don't know.
You just kind of
maybe I
one
don't-
up my
maybe I don't know Lloyd
Corndiff
Kaufman.
sculpture. Thanks a lot.
I mean,
Steve.
that is
You
a
said
prop.
brown.
That is a prop,
said
though,
brown.
right? That's not a real piece of shit.
It's a prop that I used in Shakespeare's Shitstorm, which will be
Alright.
out on fucking Amazon Prime. I think it's supposed to drop this week. I think I heard. They
Nice.
actually
No way.
dropped it. They dropped
Nice.
it last week accidentally, and it was available for like an hour, and then they pulled it right back. Someone fucked up over there. I heard also that the Blu-ray, which will feature the documentary, Brown is the they do. Brown is the warmest color, is going to be on that Blu-ray coming out before the end of the year, I was told, and that features your boy big time on that thing. So it's all about me, folks. I don't know if you get it or not, but
I'll buy
Yeah,
that
Stevie Lou's a big deal around these parts. Woo, Stevie Lou. With the boxing gloves on, of course.
Celebrity.
Uh,
Blue Nation, baby.
You getting ready for it?
all right. Well, we got
Every day, baby.
opposing forces here because Stephen Bull says, "Who gives a shit about Opie? He ain't funny or entertaining. His day is gone. Just pack it in." And then, of course, we got James
He's
Bank
not
backing
funny.
him up. Opie could do a good show, but he'd rather sip coffee and shittily read the chat. I disagree. I don't really think he's entertaining. I think Anthony always was the funny. Maybe that's true on this show too.
And
Maybe
Tim.
I could just kind of like run the ones and twos, and everybody else says funny shit. Maybe
I give a
that's,
shit about Opie.
Some people are good at like steering the ship, and other people are good at comedy. Obviously, Anthony, all his impersonations and everything out of his mouth is hilarious. That was the show. Jim Norton,
Opie would
obviously,
be a better
is a great.
producer.
Yeah, Jim Norton was great. Obviously.
I mean,
What
everybody's
was that-
been a lol cow. Anthony was a lol cow for a while, but he got past it. You know, he figured out how to kind
Lol
of
Cow
just ignore his
How
girls.
for being the guy that said this stuff to a black lady? Is that the
Not necessarily,
Lol Cow
but the
part?
Opie and Anthony subreddit, and I come from the Opie and Anthony subreddit sort of community. That's sort of how I discovered Who Are These Podcasts. Is the people that were anti Opie and pro Anthony? They eventually turned on him too. So I'm just saying, Anthony, he's gotten a lot of shit from trolls on the internet too, and it got a little too far for a while, you know. But at the same time,
Yeah,
I
like
feel
the
like
red bar stuff. Like,
Yeah.
that was pretty rough. Right.
absolutely, like the Danny Brand stuff that you know you had
exactly.
mentioned. One of you guys had mentioned that earlier. So he's been through it. You know, it's not just Opie that gets all the shit. Even Jim, when Jim had that cartoon, he had that shitty Newgrounds cartoon, and it didn't really do that well. A lot of people were accusing him of of kind of doing a GoFundMe and taking the money. It's like everybody's had their turn on the hot seat, but I feel like it's really what you do. It's how do you react when everybody attacks you, because everybody's going to get their turn. You know, I just think it's that Opie. He just melts down. He doesn't handle it well.
Yeah.
Lemmy, Stevie Lou, stay out of the chat, you shitheads. I'm putting you both on notice right now. Get out of the chat.
Hands
No
up,
cross
don't
talk.
shoot.
No cross.
Oh, is that a steel toe reference?
No, they're literally in the chat, so I was just fucking around.
Someone asked me a question, and I don't want to fucking continue yabbering on.
You say it on the show. You don't fucking hold back. You
Okay.
fucking spit it. You spit it, bro. You don't fucking hold it. Yeah, you too, Lemmy. You put your little hands up. Your huge hands. Your huge lady hands that could choke a huge man
Look at the
out.
size difference.
Yeah, exactly.
We are like
no.
5'0" Stevie.
I think if you guys were in the same room, her hands would be bigger. Yeah,
My hands are like big in proportion to my.
What are you guys making
my
vaginas? Yeah, look, Stevie's making a. Yeah, exactly.
This is
Knew
trippy.
it. Yeah.
Mine's better. Mine's more accurate looking.
Hey, that looks good.
Kinda, yeah.
I would.
Well, mine have been created by surgeons, so mine are different looking.
I'm going to give you the blowjob of your life. Then I want you inside of me.
Not true.
All right. So I got a couple timestamps here. We're going to cover some things that Melton said. Stevie's favorite fucking stuff. Things that Melton said for 100 on Jeopardy, of course. Always going for that subject. But I thought it was funny today because I just happened to pop on because I saw the thumbnail or whatever, and it was kind of a funny
Is that
one.
Corey Adams?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what. So, like, recently he did this stream where he went out to some place in Texas and got a fucking burger at supposedly like the best steak and whatever burger place. Dale, is it Dale, Texas? Dale, Texas. Is that what he was saying, Lemmy?
Yep.
Sound familiar? All right. So he was told to go to Dale, Texas to go get a burger, and he went out there and got a burger. But I just thought it was so weird that somehow Melton saw that stream and decided to do like a whole fucking breakdown of it. And he showed it for like ever. It was like 45 minutes of content today. Just watching. Boy. Like, dude went out and just did an in real life fun episode, just fucking around. And like Melton takes it serious, like as if that's something that Corey seriously does. I don't know. I just thought it was kind of absurd that you would cover this stream. If anything, Corey Adam definitely was just doing this on a goof.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hopefully.
I just thought it was like overly strange to cover something that obscure and nonsensical, really.
Hey, you're clicking, Derek.
And we can't hear audio on Melton.
I can't hear audio at all.
No one can hear audio, Melton.
No audio.
You might have to get a multi-output device to.
Yeah, can you talk to him later off air?
How about now? Is it working now?
Muted. It says muted. Look, the button
looks like
on
it's
muted.
muted. Unmute it, dude. Try unmuting it. Is it muted?
I know that way, but it's muted. The video is muted.
I have my mouse over the mute button, but I can't click it.
Oh, you're talking about the video. You guys could hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I can't hear the audio from the video, though.
No, I didn't. I wasn't trying to play the video. I wasn't trying to play volume on the video.
Oh, okay.
No problem.
I didn't really care about that breakdown. I was just pointing out how weird that is to play that. That's all. I don't even really care to like listen to his breakdown of it because it's not. It's just like, oh, you went to some place in Texas to eat a burger. It's like, and yeah, he went and had a fun in real life stream. I watched that stream live while he was doing it, and I just thought, oh, it's a goof, it's fun. But whatever, he had to take it all serious and like break it down for 40 minutes today, which is the part I found obscure. I don't if you guys had thoughts on that. But would you look at a stream like that and break it down? Some guy just going out to a place to have a burger out in the middle of nowhere.
Honestly, I used to do like shows like that. I would do vlogs like that, but I'm not really big into IRL streaming. I know Elisa Jordana's into IRL now.
No, I know, but she's like totally cringy and weird, and like I can understand like following her stream. Corey's just a ball, just having fun doing like trucker streams and like this stream, and I don't know, like he had to take it to the I got to break this down and like look at his lips and all kinds of weird shit. Yeah, like zooming in on him. You know how he does. Yeah, exactly.
Is he trying to be cringe?
What neck?
Melton or Corey? That's
no,
the
Corey
question,
with
right?
the whole vlog thing, because the vlog thing, it's like so 2017, you know?
No, I don't even think it's
The
that.
IRL
He
thing?
just wants to bring it like he'll go do the live stream at like Kill Tony. He'll go out on the street in the back alleys and stuff and be like, oh, here's Hans Kim and here's Uncle Laser, and like that's cool shit.
For
dude.
Kill
I'm
Tony,
interested
for
as
Kill
hell
Tony,
in that
like
stuff.
anytime I've seen Kill Tony in New York City, 200 comedian psychopaths show up at the location and they put your name in a hat and only pick out 5, you know? So there is like that opportunity is definitely mineable for Corey. So it's like, if no one else is doing it, then fucking God bless him for doing it.
He's also, I don't think he's doing it so much for content as it is, he's not been able, he's a real community based guy too. And he's got a little following on Twitch, and we kind of orbit around Corey now that Steel Toe's gone off Twitch. So he's kind of our little hub. He's our little home away from home. So he's not been able to do his Twitch live streams a whole lot lately because he's been out and about, like trying to hustle and make some money and do comedy and do the trucking with the Walrus. So he'll find like a little obscure hole in the wall burger joint and be like, hey, I'm live, friends. Let's fucking hang out for a minute or two. Look at this hole in the wall burger joint I'm fucking hanging out at for a second.
Yeah, what's the guy with the fucking
wrong with that?
The blonde hair, the idiot guy that does the Food Network
Oh,
shit?
fucking Guy Fieri. Yeah.
Like, I'd much rather see fucking Corey do that shit than Guy Fieri. You know what I mean? I have a lot of confidence in Corey's ability to make funny quips and have a good time out in the open and discover new places, like you're saying. So
I could always watch fast food content.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah. And James Bank pointed out like he was pausing Corey like every 3 seconds just to zoom in on his face or say something, you know, off the cuff. But yeah, it was just a time filler. That's kind of what I thought of it too. Like he's just watching shows that he knows he can just stretch time. That's kind of what
he's learned a lot from Red Bar, that's for sure. That's a Red Bar tactic, is just stretching it out like that for 7 hours.
It feels like stalling, like they're stalling for time. It like it gets to the point where it gets so absurd that it's just like, dude, you're not even trying. We can see this.
That's called hurting for content.
Yeah.
And there are viewers who are like, I love this.
Yeah.
I'm eating this up. As much
Yeah,
as we
like
think it's
7
disgusting,
people.
That's as much as we think it's disgusting. There are true psychos out there, especially Melton fans, who are like, fuck
Milky,
Corey Adams and what he stands for. And it's like, oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, I know this for a fact because I have fans from that world saying the same thing about everything I do. You know, so I have a very clear view of how this sort of shit works. And no matter what you do, they're going to go after this guy now.
No, he was really trying to drive a wedge.
I thought it was funny because I was on with Ray last night, and I was telling him about the show that Melton did the day before. And he was like clueless that even had happened. And he was like surprised that Melton would turn on him because he was like, oh, we were just in Atlantic City having a good time. We're all buddy. And then he's like, he was shocked that Melton would break his shit down and just make him look like an idiot the best he possibly could. And that's what he does. So I don't know why you would be surprised. He's like, oh, yeah, we're buddies. That's kind of, I think Ray thinks everybody's his buddy is kind of the problem.
He does seem like a nice guy. Yeah.
I don't think
Ray's nice. Yeah.
I don't think, and this is like coming from me, so I think it kind of means extra. But what Melton did to Ray really didn't even seem out of meanness. It just seemed out of pure observation through time and just frustration. You know what I mean? I felt like he was sharing in Carlos Danger's frustration more than he was shitting on Ray.
Yeah. No, and like, I don't know if you watched last night, but yeah, I was kind of trying to explain that to him the way he broke it down. the way Melton broke his behavior down. And I was trying to just kind of like add on, like sometimes, Ray, you don't listen to people that are like you. And he admitted, he was like, yeah, I get that. I'm kind of all over the place in my head. Yeah, I think he's aware he has like ADHD.
He did
or
it
whatever
to
the
you.
fuck.
He did it to you more than once last night. I was
Right,
cracking up at home. I saw him.
Yeah, I laughed when he did
not
it. Because
listen to what you were saying and then immediately go to a super chat.
Exactly, which I thought was funny. I'm like, because I get it. Because
you've seen, you've seen him do it to me before. So it's like, oh yeah, this is what it's like.
I watched the show, so yeah, I've seen him do it to everybody. I've seen him do all kinds of shit to people. Totally not hear anything they say or whatever. He says some of the funniest shit though. He's like a granny or a Mr. A. You know, you never know what the fuck's gonna come out of their mouths. It's
he is a wild card.
It just flies out.
Yeah, exactly, a wild card. That's a good way to put it.
If they're both on the show, stay tuned for boiled shit.
Well, he's a wild card, and you don't realize he's a wild card. That's where I think comes to play. That's kind of the attraction to him. That he's like, again, like I've said it before. He's like fucking Mr. Magoo, just traipsing through life. And
Did you hear about his new character?
Go ahead.
Dennis Fart Face.
Oh, you're talking about Mr. A? Yeah. We got the fart face guy. Yeah, Uncle Fart Face. Yep. Did you ever sit on his lap?
Not me.
Not yet.
No,
You're
Bobby Nick
waiting for it.
has agreed to dress up as Santa Claus for Christmas this year.
I did not.
Open his bag.
Nachos.
Yeah, I'll open my sack. Fuck yeah.
For the kids?
Not for the kids. No.
Not for the kids.
I was just checking. That was folks out there watching the show. That was for profiling purposes. For none other than that. Let's go ahead and jump into this next clip I got all loaded up. Should I start calling my videos that I queue up? Should I start calling it my package? This is my package for.
That's a WATP thing, right?
Yeah, the package. Yeah, the package. We got the package. It's all loaded up here. Yeah, we'll see how much of the package we can get through tonight. Awesome. But if we don't get through tonight, on Wednesday we'll finish this package. Okay.
All about the show prep, right?
Yeah. Capital P, little R, capital E, capital P.
Lots of industry talk.
Yeah, I'm big on
Red Bar. I don't know. He doesn't do the show with his wife, does he? I really don't know. But if he does, it's garbage. It's doomed. Mark my words. The minute you start letting your wife chirp in on things, and it's not because wives are dumb or any of that. And by the way, this works both ways. If you're a woman with a podcast, Little Lemmy, the minute you let Granny start coming in and twisting knobs, it will go to shit. It will go to shit. And not just because it's a man named Granny. Manny? Granny. Your mom's house. Yeah, that seems to be a different one, huh? That seems to be a different one where they're getting along and killing it. And then something awkward like the Theo Von thing comes up and you see a little crack and you go, ooh, I don't know. Did you watch the weird Theo Von stuff with Tom Segura and Christina P? It got awkward.
Yeah, just from him saying, and I'll be honest, I didn't actually watch like I said, I skipped through till I saw Corey on there, and then I started watching for a minute, and then I was like, oh, this is weird. And then whatever, I just happened to skip ahead to the next video, and it was like almost immediately it said Lemmy and Granny. I was like, done, clip it. It was like, that was great. But I don't know. What do you guys think about mixing husband, wife podcasts? You guys don't seem to have any issues. I don't even know why he brought you guys up. Well, whatever. I mean, you guys aren't perfect.
He's not wrong.
Perfect, but whatever.
He's not wrong. He didn't say that we like streamed together because we don't stream together, but he does sometimes come in and start twisting knobs and my viewer count will go down. So I'm kind of like, he's watching my fucking stream. He knows what's going on.
Yeah. I thought you might find that interesting. That's why I clipped it for you guys. I was hoping Granny was going to be here too, just so you could see that shit. Because I don't know. Anytime any one of our names is mentioned on a show, it's always exciting and awesome. I realize that, even if it's the enemy or whatever we consider those people.
You're right,
Hey man, a shout out's a shout out. No publicity is bad publicity.
Spoken like a man who doesn't get tagged in a
Epstein.
Jake Hudson post every single day.
Yeah.
You'd be wrong about that, man. He's made those videos about me. I'm the greatest in the world at what I do.
The best at what you do.
And that really made my ego. It really made my day. And then I look at his timeline and I see that he did it to everyone else. And I'm like, oh, I thought I was the only one. But he says that to everyone. No, but Jake's awesome. I like Jake. I appreciate it.
Have you ever been accused of dealing fentanyl?
That's the thing. I like Jake. He just hates me. I don't know why.
Oh, he hates you. You're persona non grata.
Yes.
Yeah, 100%. Amazing, actually. Makes me like Jake more, actually.
Fuck my Jake, Stevie.
Hey, I gotta take a quick break. I gotta piss like really bad. Can I come right back in like 1 minute?
Oh God, you're as bad as Lemmy. What the fuck?
I'm sorry, dude. I've been drinking so heavily.
Do whatever you gotta do, buddy. Don't worry about us.
I'll be right back.
No, do worry about it. Bullshit, Stevie. No,
Piss
we
out
don't
the
allow
window,
breaks on the
pussy.
show.
Yeah,
Why can't you be like
Dude, if you bad.
Great, you right out the window, classy as fuck. Oh,
what are you doing?
Yeah, so I queue up videos for Lemmy. Oh, I gotta take a pee. I queue up videos for this fucking clown, and now he's gone. And he's not even backstage, so now I just think he fucking left because he's bullshitting us now. I don't really like that kind of attitude. I don't know. We're 2.5 hours in, so do you want to break down all of that MLC clips video from your fight? That's probably going to take us a good half hour to go through, Stevie Lou. Or that's something
It's getting late, guys. Isn't it kind of getting late? And I should be around.
That's
for
what I'm
Wednesday.
asking.
So. Yeah, it's getting my fucking.
Yeah, okay. I guess Dirty Dalish was coming on for Wednesday. Seems like she must have had some
All
out or
good.
whatever. Because
all good.
So
there's
maybe
a
we'll
little
have
bit
her on
going
Friday or next Friday or something.
I think we're gonna
So,
have a
no.
lot to talk about. I think we'll have a lot to talk about on Wednesday. Something inside my head.
No,
makes
yeah,
me think
definitely.
that we will have a
No
lot for
problem there.
Wednesday, so.
No problem there. Absolutely.
So,
yeah.
I'm excited for you guys. I'll be watching. The whole world will be watching.
Oh, please don't.
But I guess I can ask you that real quick, Stevie Lou.
Can't you be there?
Yes.
So you and Ski Mask, you guys have kissed, made up, everything's all copacetic. You're back to happy times, better times.
Good question, Derek. You are good with those questions. I can say that we did speak on the phone on Saturday. The reason being is that he was shocked that I still had access to the StreamYard, and I had posted that I was going to go live on Loose Cannon. So he called, kind of bugging out, like, what's going on here, blah, blah, blah. And we discussed what happened the week before. I said we were going to play it up a little more. Let's, be clear here. I was like, I'll work it a little bit better. And we were working it a little bit on Loose Cannon on Saturday. And then he went along on his own SMC right after and kind of provided a fucking real questionable account of what went down. And that like pisses me off a little bit. So now I'm a little conflicted. I think if it's for the good of mankind, we should still stream. There's a lot to talk about. I was really pissed off about how much like preparation and everything that went into that sad Chad episode that really got the fucking wind knocked out of its sails. So there was a lot to say. We never got to say it. That
energy,
fucking pisses me off.
production value, all
Yeah,
that
it pisses
stuff.
me off to do that. So it's been a good run. I want to keep it going. But honestly, if tomorrow Ski Mask said, hey, buddy, we got to go separate ways, I'm not going to fight that. I'll keep doing my thing, So I would like to keep working with him, though.
God bless.
So, it was sad to me because, and I'll tell this to his face too. Please don't let this be thought that I'm, trying to be tough here. Like, I've been there for that fucking guy when he's gone through some tough times. And I'm not saying that he owes me anything, but for him to kind of turn the things that he's turning on me when I've been there for him, nothing but really good for him when he's maybe had any sort of thing going on, is the kind of shit that really breaks my heart and fucking takes me down a notch in my own head. And I'm like, what am I doing here?
About that.
So,
well, Bobby,
we
P
do
didn't
have some more
anything
talk.
to do with it, so that should make you feel good.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's
Bobby,
the important
why don't
thing.
you fucking fix your thing with Jake, you bastard? You fuck everything up with Jake now.
Yeah, we got a bunch of issues with Jake now because of all that.
I could put in a good word for you. He likes me.
Likes me too.
We love Jake.
I would like him to like me. I don't hate
I
Jake.
want
I was
Jake to
just
want
thinking
me.
that too. Cheap trick. Nice.
Dude, if you can't fucking figure out a way to fucking make good with that, well, you got. Come on, man. Use your head.
No, I don't care that much.
I feel like all he wants is just to be accepted. He just wants to be friends with everybody.
Yeah.
You want your money.
What?
Send him $5 out of your wallet.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not. Money's gay.
I love Jake, but I know Jake. I've known Jake for a few years now.
Oh damn. Okay.
Love him to death. He's a cheeky little troll.
He is good.
Well, but I don't have a problem with Jake.
King of all diffs is here. Welcome, King.
Ooh, the king. Nice. How many diffs
ooh,
are there? There's got to be an index of the diffs.
Stormy. Good
Somebody
grief.
should
LOL,
make an
Jake
index
just
of the diffs.
wanted
That's
a
an excellent
sleepover,
idea.
Bobby.
Now, see, I can't oblige him with that. Hey,
Start making like a tier list.
Diff rectory.
Fuck it. Let's do this. We're
The
doing
diffs, all the different diffs, all the diffs. Yeah, okay.
Differential.
I don't know. I also saw that someone gave out ski mask address, dude. That's so fucked. Here we go again.
Really?
Another.
Don't do that.
That's what he said. His neighbor got mail, like a letter saying this and that
Delete
about
that.
ski masks. And we all know who did that. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, right?
That sounds
Fucking-
like only one person that would do something like
It's-
that.
It is the one person I do believe is that person.
What a nickel.
Yeah,
Only
all right.
person who
Well,
would-
if we're not going to break down that long ass fucking Misery Loves clips, we'll fucking do it on Wednesday.
All
Which
night.
I don't know. That was a great clip, man. That's great work. I don't know if everyone saw it. I don't know how much crossover we have from MLC, but I think it would be worth going over. And it's fun, man. And anyway, you're the Antichrist now, so that's what really matters. Stevie Lou, the Antichrist. Oh,
That's right,
and,
folks.
you and Hackride should do a show together.
666, motherfucker.
Oh, I can't oblige that. Please don't say that again on the show. It makes me feel not great.
Okay.
Not
Good to
great.
know.
That
Good
Hack
to
Rides
know.
guy made a pretty cool intro for Jake for his channel.
He is a talented editor. And
Yeah.
again, that's not an easy job to do. So I guess I do have to give that fucking guy some credit.
And God bless him. And
I
God
love
bless
that.
Don't
Right.
say that.
I
Why?
love-
Like, God bless him. We don't have to go that far.
Jesus
No,
loves you,
The
Lou.
devil blesses
Jesus
that
loves you.
motherfucker. The devil blesses that motherfucker.
Yeah, that's an insult,
I
Bobby,
wish
when
the
you say
best.
that to him.
No, I
Not-
wish
not
the
a
best
demon.
for everybody.
Not a
Honestly.
demon.
Hey,
Demons love that shit.
yeah, he's got a name.
Succubus, incubus, whatever one rapes you in your sleep. I don't want
Oh,
around me at all. All right, so we have a public announcement from Danny Polachuk. Let's watch this, and then we'll get your thoughts on it. And then since he is a
Hi there,
Hello.
I'm Martin
My buddy,
Goldbust,
Danny.
Vice President at the ADL. The Anti-Defamation League has come under much scrutiny, and as a representative of this fine nonpartisan group, I feel that it's time to clear the air. The goal of the ADL is to stop the defamation of the Jewish people while securing justice and fair treatment for all. And we do that by providing handy resources. Take, for example, our glossary of extremism.
Could this guy sound
There are
more
some
Jewy?
problematic and racist terms that you might find in our
pretty sure he
glossary of
isn't, though, too.
extremism, and you can decide for yourself
Oh, yeah,
whether they
he's
are
definitely-
racist and or problematic.
He is.
Races like
not.
do your own research, which is a blatant dog whistle to
Canadian,
racists.
first of
Is
all.
this
We
a
also
bit?
track all the racist numbers that you might come
Nope.
across.
This is
Numbers
real.
like
This
3,
is Danny
6,
Polachek,
8,
man.
9, 12, 13,
Boys Cast.
14, 16, 18, which is odd because that's a lucky number for Jews. 23, 24, 33, 38, 52, 88, 90, 100, 109, 110, 111, 311, which is weird just because that's information in most cities, plus it's a decent band. 318, 511, and finally 737. Also the letters H, K, X, and a few vowels that I care not to get into. We also provide things like proper hand washing technique so that you are not mistaken.
You don't be dead if it wasn't for my David.
You want to wash your hands
Yeah.
like this, and very much not like this. You do not want to rub your hands together like the Grabbler. Otherwise, you will think that you are anti-Semitic.
That's exactly how they do
when
it,
you
too.
see people trying to discredit the Anti-Defamation League on the internet, just make note of that fact, as these people are, in fact, racist. And the only reason that they would want to discredit the Anti-Defamation League is because they themselves are doing defamations and they are guilty of said defamations. I'm looking at you, Elon Musk. And while a lot of people say that we are anti-free speech, we are not anti-free speech. We are anti-hate speech. We are here merely to police hate speech. And a lot of people ask, what is hate speech specifically? And we are the ones who decide. And sometimes it could be as little as this gesture or random numbers or whatever. But we're saying what it is. And if you do that stuff, then you'll get fired. It's no big deal. Free speech is protected in this country. Hate speech is not. Thank you very much, everybody. And please, of course, consider donating to the ADL. It's with your generous support that we are able to do this very important.
Oh, so Jewy.
Yeah.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
the
It's
best.
like,
I love the guy.
ugh.
He's great.
So that
Yeah,
guy,
yeah.
it's a joke. That's a bit.
Oh yeah. Danny Polachek.
Yeah,
He's
okay.
he does the show with Ryan Long, the Canadian guy.
Oh, I
He's
know Ryan
hilarious,
Long.
dude.
Yeah, he does the political comedy, and I think
He goes out on the street.
Yeah, I heard about him through Chrissy Mayer. I think he's been on Chrissy Mayer's podcast. I know all these worlds end up colliding. Eventually, everything just runs into everything. But yeah, no, that was funny.
I remember the day that
I thought you'd
Ryan
appreciate
Long.
it being a funny Jewish fellow yourself. So I thought you'd appreciate
Hell yeah.
it. Man.
Oh, he was very Jewish.
No, he's 50. He's 50-50. You got to give him some slack.
Just the good half. Sorry, what were we going to say, Steve? I'm going to cut you
No,
off.
nothing. It wasn't even.
My bad.
It's all good. No.
He's
All right,
good
folks.
with numbers, and he can fight.
Two things you can't do. All right, I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. All right, Bobby P does not like my my little disses. I'm sorry, buddy. Hey,
No,
don't
they
take it
stink.
personal. It's okay. It's okay, Bobby P. We like you. You're okay.
Joey?
Who is
You're
that?
okay. Yeah, I just say things sometimes. You know that. Come on.
I love you.
Yeah. So Adam Goldstein. Adam Goldstein. You got any plugs?
Yes.
Anything you want people out there in YouTube land to know that you got coming up, or what's up, man?
Yeah, definitely like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Adam Goldstein TV. I'm going to be live. I was going to go at about 11:30. I might start the show early, but I'm going to do the gold stream tonight, where I'm going to go live just by myself. I'll be reading the chat and stuff, but after that, I'm going to do an after show. So I'm going to have some people can stop by, and I'll post the link. You guys can come on and bullshit and whatever. So I figured that'd be pretty fun. But other than that, yeah, I'm just going to be cranking out live streams. I'm going to be doing every Monday night at 11 p.m. Eastern, and then whenever the hell that wraps up, probably about an hour later, I'll do the after show. So definitely stop by and check it out tonight. I appreciate it. Thanks so much for having me on, dude. I appreciate this.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Also,
Nice meeting you, brother.
Want to say,
Yeah, you too. All you guys. Appreciate it.
Just
what were you
for
saying?
Future. In the future, you might not want to say you're cranking out shows. Just FYI.
Yeah, my bad. I try to go quality, not quantity.
Same.
One stroke at a time. Yep, that's what we say
Yeah.
here. Bobby, Nick, you got anything coming up, buddy?
Yeah, tomorrow we're gonna have the lovely KB as our Taco Tuesday guest on No Filter with Andrew and Friends at 7 p.m. Eastern. So check it out, folks. Come on.
Jizz
I only really have one question. Is KB going to be bringing her
big fucking tits?
Well, I'm sure they're attached, so they've got to be with her. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
If she got a mastectomy, she would ride it off.
Stevie Lou, you got any?
Let's do a raid for Adam Goldstein TV. I want everyone here in the audience, in the chat, to go and raid Adam's channel, his show tonight after this.
Hell yeah, so much. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate that.
Yeah, everybody give Adam raids. That's
No,
what we're
give me AIDS. Yeah.
Yeah, because raids is rhinoceros AIDS. And
Full-blown raids.
No. Those don't sound as
The
bad
blacks.
as regular.
They're
AIDS
way
are.
worse. Way worse.
Lemmy, you doing a show in the morning?
Yep, 8:30 Eastern on Twitch. Come check it out. It's pretty chill. We drink coffee and read chat shittily.
Shittily reading chats. I like it.
And listen to music.
All right.
Don't forget the music.
You had me at coffee.
Bobby P.
I love Negroes.
Are you going to be like on Taco Tuesday? Or, why don't you shout out some shows you're going to be on?
Taco Tuesday with...
Fuck you, Bobby P. I could beat you up even if you had 1,000 knives. Even if you had infinity knives, I would punch you up into the air like a kite. I bet you sleep with the night light, cause you're scared of the dark, cause you stink like a fart. Well, I like your fart on fire with my rounds. You think I won't? I do it all the time. I bet I got more money than Jay-Z. Compared to me, Jay-Z is lazy. Plus Beyonce thinks that I'm cute. It's okay, Beyonce, I think you're cute too. I made out with so many girls. Made out with every girl in the world. I might look small, but I'm not. I don't care if you're big, I'll fight you alive. You know that I am the baddest of them all. If you ain't about money, then I don't mess with y'all. Y'all think I don't get girls, cause I ain't very tall. If she see my stats, I bet you that she calls. Cause I am the baddest of them all. If you ain't about money, then I don't mess with y'all. Y'all think I don't get girls, cause I ain't very tall. If she see my stacks, I bet you that she calls.